All right, you guys know Josh? You know Josh from the internet? The internet's Josh. You know what I'm talking about? He's got like a website. You guys know what I'm talking about? Josh
Bartnett.
Josh,
Yeah,
there's Josh. It's like yeah, Josh. He does this little stream. I can't remember what it's called, but he's got this stream and he's got this website. And apparently, you know, I mentioned him in passing as like a segment of the show the other day, one of my last episodes. And then you know, it's just this little thing. I thought it was like fun. I thought he covered PODAWFUL. He liked a bit on PODAWFUL, and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And I covered it as like a joke for like 2 seconds. And then he went on to his stream, whatever the fuck it's called, and he, which I can't remember right now, it's here in my show notes somewhere. No time. He, for like 20 to 30 minutes, started going on this meltdown about me. Now, I've had people telling me ever since then, Jesse, you got to cover this. You got to talk about this. And I was planning to do a little segment about it or whatever. But then something changed. Then something insane happened, okay? Josh, who you know as Josh, mononymic Josh, they call him. He's known by no other names. Josh, what are you laughing at? Josh, apparently, for like 20 to 30 minutes, he's talking about me. He loses his mind. He goes into grave detail about why he refuses to ever mention the name PODAWFUL. Okay? He says he will never, ever say that name in his 20-minute screed about me. He doesn't want to give me the attention in his 20-minute screed. So what ended up happening was I went, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to ignore it. And then today, Josh slid into my DMs. I'm not kidding. This isn't and by the way, guys, this episode, there's going to be Kiwi farmers and Josh watching. So we have to stress this at the beginning of the episode. We're not lying. It's okay. It's not a lie. For some reason, it's okay when Kino Casino lies. By the way, I don't know. Did PPP have like a meeting on the first episode of Kino Casino with all the Kiwi farmers where he's like, now, boys, settle down. When I lie, I'll say, wow, buddy, right after, and that'll clue you. It's like when Redditors say /S when they're being sarcastic. That way they know when the lies are okay. You know, some lies are okay only when a big fat guy says them. Did my camera just freeze entirely?
On Discord.
On everything.
I don't know about the stream yet.
on everything. Perfect.
Oh.
Nice. What about this camera? Hi.
Oh, hey, Jesse.
Hello. Okay.
Still good on YouTube.
It's still good on YouTube?
It's not.
Or are you stupid?
No, it looks. There, it just froze. Fuck, it was fine.
No, it wasn't fine. It was never fine. It wasn't a delay. Just to be clear.
It's frozen.
Okay, there was no delay happening or anything. Obviously, we got to get this fixed in order to start. This is going to be very embarrassing for me because all the Kiwi farmers, they're going to think this is a joke and a lie. They're going to think this is a fake. We're faking them out, and this isn't a real episode, and we're doing a classic PODAWFUL gotcha. You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want me getting attention for no reason. All right, so I have no clue what's going on with the fucking camera. Everything just shut down for a second, and now the camera is busted. This is not a lie. This really is not some sort of joke. Whoa!
There you go.
Okay. And now we're okay. I think we're okay now. Anyway, let's reset here. Josh Moon slid into my DMs. I had issued as a joke a challenge to Josh Moon. Turns out he's accepting it. And since we're resetting things, by the way, guys, I'm Jesse PS, and this is PODAWFUL. Okay. I just noticed that the screen is also frozen. Yeah, we're going to fix everything. I promise. This is Pod Awful.
The internet's Jesse PS, aka Pod Awful, aka Pod Awful, aka Pod Awful. He's not trans, he just has long hair.
Whoa.
All right. He'll never say it, guys. He will never, ever say it. Okay, well, the camera just went out again. I swear I'm not doing a bit. All right, I promise you I'm not. I don't really know what else to say here, everybody. This is getting a little scary. Hi. Oh, no, there we go. Now something. No. Hi, everybody. This is Pod Awful. I'm your host, Jesse PS. Happy to be here. I'm almost here. Hey, all right. We're going to go here. I don't know what is going on. Everything is fucking busted all of a sudden. And also, I think my camera is busted. That's fun. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. My RoboCam is busted. And also, whoop, there we go. Something. All right. This is still fucked up, though. Let's see if we can fix anything. Let's see what there is. Somebody, you know what?
Nice goo, man.
Thank you so much. The goo is warm. Everything's good to go here. I have no fucking clue what just happened. Something bad. Oh, you know what it is? Ooh, I bet I know what it is. I bet I know what it is. Let's see if that changes anything. Somebody read me what they're saying in the chat room so that we can get this thing fucking going while I fix
We've got
this.
a not the hoodoo from Mary Jacobs.
Margaret Elizabeth says Chris.
Chris. Okay. All right. Well, that wasn't a good one to read. Terrific. Off to a great start. Can we just start this one over, or is there like a nope? That's fucked. All right. All right. Cool.
Tradissimus Cray says Jesse's face on Josh's left cheek.
What?
I think I'm referring to the acne scars on Josh's left cheek.
Okay. Terrific. Well, I don't know what anybody's talking about. I don't know what's going on. What a nightmare. What a beginning of a show. Here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
If it was anybody other than me, you know, they're just doing their gay little stream where they don't show up on camera, all of that would have been fine. You never would have thought twice. They'd start playing music, copyrighted music, and you'd be like, I'll wait. Okay, anyway, what are we doing? What are we talking about here? Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Everything fucked up. I'm pretty sure RoboCam is fucked as well. Don't know what happened there. Let me check on that real quick as well. I gotta make sure. Listen, if I don't make sure all this stuff is in somewhat working order, then the show cannot function. Yep, I'm having some sort of connection issues going on. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Can I connect? No, I cannot. All right.
Are you joshing me, man?
I'm not. I swear this is real.
You mooning me?
Guys, we'll
Are
do
you
this.
mooning us?
I tell you what. We'll do this tomorrow. Okay?
Yeah.
So thank you everybody
All
for
right.
tuning in. You were really upset about what you assume I was about to say. I already win. Okay. The fact that you got mad at all. A guy was before the show. I haven't said anything. And a guy was like, I think Jesse's brother should die because of the man I like from the forum. What the fuck? What did I do? I'm just a silly weirdo trying to get his robots to work. Okay. Could you please calm down? Everybody. He's like, yeah, Ethan was right about wanting to piss on Jesse's dead junkie. My brother's not even a junkie. You fell for it. You guys keep saying how much you fell for something. It's insane to me. Boo, they're saying in chat. Yeah. Well, sorry, but you just got felded. You've been felded. Okay. Whoa, buddy. So don't know what to tell you about that one. Rest in peace, Jeff, they're saying in chat. Yeah. People want my brother dead for no reason. Oh, okay. So why does it, when you join, your thing plays, even though I've got it set for that to not happen?
I'm special.
No, you're not. You're like the least special. I mean, you're special, in a Kiwi Farms type way. All right. Well, yeah, my shit's just not working right now, and I can't trust anything to actually happen. So I'm trying to weigh whether or not we attempt this a second time, and I get everything restarted. Because there's a very real possibility I start getting into this and I try to get back into the groove and then everything fucks up again, which I really don't want to do. You know what? Actually, I don't give a fuck. You know what? New beginning.
Uh-oh.
No. We're not restarting. New beginning. Okay? We just pretend nothing bad happened. This has actually been a really good episode so far. This is what other guys do. They go, wow, you guys are loving this, aren't you? Shout out.
That intro monologue was better than anything I've heard since Letterman.
Thank you. Yes, exactly. This has actually been really, really good, and you guys have been enjoying it, and you're going to love what's about to happen. Now, here's why I get to do a do-over entirely, actually, is this episode was never supposed to happen. Never supposed to happen. Now, originally, I planned to play this video. Here's Josh, okay, and he's got some sort of show where he talks about me on it. All right, now everybody begging me to talk about this. I'm not kidding. I had tons of messages going, "You're going to address this, right?" The answer is, of course. But the idea originally was I was going to do it in a hate mail segment. It was just going to be a segment of a show. The issue was there's not enough in here for a full episode. I would never do just this as an episode. It's not worthy of it. It's fun and it's good and people want to hear it, but it's not a whole episode. So I've been trying to figure out, well, what episode does this go in and how do I work it out? Because, I'm a showman. I try to think of these things. I'm not just reading Wikipedia to you or some other website. So, I wanted to make a big deal out of this. And then I decided eventually, I was like, well, maybe I should do it. You know what? Maybe we should address the cobra in the room. Because the last time I was live was after we did a real episode of the show in the Pizza Fund. And then Lenny, you killed Gothic King Cobra. Okay. King Cobra JFS was murdered by Lenny's thoughts. Lenny literally said he should be replaced by the guy we were talking about, that he sucks and he's going to die soon. And then he died that night within the same hour. And nobody was covering it. And so I went live literally mostly just because you guys in Discord were talking about this. And anybody who's a Pod Awful guy knows I'm not into King Cobra. I'm not into horror cows. Okay. I don't like when Chris Chan went from lol cow to horror cow. I'm out. I just don't enjoy it. It's not my thing. I don't need that kind of schadenfreude. I'm here to laugh. And some people are on the internet to destroy and watch the destruction, and they like it and they get off on that. And so I only talked about this at all because nobody was covering it. And I figured, I think people want to know about this. And I kept asking you guys, Lenny, you were like, yeah, you should do it, right?
I did say that.
Yeah. So I went live. I did it. And unfortunately, though, because I don't give a shit. Now, let me be clear. I don't like that he died. I'm the guy who didn't want to watch him while he was killing himself live. This is all going to become relevant to the Josh thing in a second. I didn't want to be a part of any of it. I don't like that he died, but I said during the episode that I don't care that he died. I also don't care that he anythinged ever. It's just not my thing. I also don't care when a guy wins the Super Bowl, okay? Doesn't mean I like or dislike the Super Bowl or the man, just means I don't care. A lot of people got real mad about this. Now, my comment section, this was not a real episode. This was late, middle of the night for almost everybody who'd be watching it. And because I was like the first one to report this live, I got, quite a few views on this one and a lot of,
it was crazy.
It was crazy and a lot of comments. And I hated doing it so much. I've edited this out of the final broadcast version, but the way that stream originally ended was me spending about 2 hours begging people to tune out. Because eventually, I realized I'm covering slop. This is just slop. A horror cow died. That's not news. Okay? That's no
What are you
doy.
saying?
Huh?
You were saying sorry for your lost cow?
So
True.
we got a new phrase out of it, though, that is kind of nice. Sorry for your lost cow. This is what everybody started leaving these very, very mean. And I was like, there were people saying I should be doxxed and killed because I said that I don't care about this guy. And yeah, I made some jokes, but again, this dude's entire life was people making fun of him. The very act of watching King Cobra was an act of making fun of him. Stop gaslighting me. We all know what you're doing. It's the same thing you do when you watch Review Brah. Okay? Stop pretending you unironically like these things. Because I promise you, if that is true, you are more fucked up than that guy. If you were unironically, you're like, oh, but Cobes. Number one, he's not Cobes. You're not friends with him. Number two, people are going to get so mad at this. Again, I don't care. All right? I don't care. I'm trying to be nicer. I made some jokes. People didn't like the jokes. I thought my least favorite thing on earth is when a guy dies that everyone was making fun of, and now it's off limits. What? You respect heaven? What are we doing? I just don't understand the thought process. Why weren't you nice to him when he was alive? So I need to be extremely clear about my take on this because he is going to bring this up in this clip. My take on it is not that you shouldn't have made fun of him. Why? How could I ever possibly say something like that? My take on it is you should still be making fun of him. In fact, you should probably be making fun of him a little bit more. A weirdo on the internet died, and your reaction is, actually, he was the king. He was a legend. I can't wait to die myself and go to heaven with him. I can't tell you how twisted up I am over the thought that there's so many people out there just dying to get to go to heaven with King Cobra and Ozzy. And I know the most
Heaven.
I know the most Jewish heaven. And I know the most confusing part of all of this for everyone is that they see me and assume I would have to want to be with those two guys. It's like the trifecta, right? All three of us would need to be in Jewish heaven together. I'm not in any hurry, all right? I'm not in any rush. I guarantee you when I die, you're all going to be really, really mean about it. And so, but I want that. You should be. Even though I have a family that will be upset when you do that. That's going to drive you to do it more. Then everybody saw this King Cobra guy's dad cry, and they're like, trolls remorse, abort. And they're all trying to get out of it. So I made this tweet about it. We'll get into that in a second. Anyway, the comment section on this thing was absolutely inundated with people going, actually, I was the one real fan of King Cobra.
Yeah,
I was never
sure.
trolling. Most of his fans were unironic fans. And So when they said that, I went to Cobra's most recent 5 live streams, so before he passed.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he'll do some more after he's passed, now that he's a chattering skeleton on fire, which is what he would have wanted.
That's true.
He would love that. Is anybody? I should go as Cobra for Halloween this year.
There you go. Finally.
Yeah.
Look, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
So-
get you some hillbilly teeth.
Wait,
Good.
dead Cobra? Dead Cobra or live Cobra?
Whatever, same diff. Do we know the cause of death, and was it Kiwi Farms?
It was
So it was what?
seeds. I think he died of seeds.
Did we get confirmation that it was seeds?
I don't think so, but I want to.
Lenny also was the one to break that story on PodAWFUL. We're the first people to talk about all of this stuff. So that's why people were so mad, though, is they got, I get it. Okay. Looking back, would I have done things differently? Yes. Because I would have, because I imagine you find out that this guy you've been enjoying, laughing at, making fun of, and killing, the guy that you've been enjoying killing for the past few years, you find out from me he's dead, and 52 seconds in, I go, I don't care that he's dead. I get it. Now, I made a prediction. I said, I guarantee you. Oh, I forgot. I didn't finish this. I went to, so everybody was like, you suck. No one likes you. You probably have, I can't see the dislikes, but I bet it's absolutely horrific. And true, it was the most disliked video I've ever done. But then I went to King Cobra's thing because all these guys were saying they were unironic fans. And I checked his like to dislike. I used the little extension and I checked. And my percentage of likes to dislikes was still higher on the likes than his.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the guy with all the unironic. Everybody is the one guy who never trolled him. It's like, do you know it? I listen, I'm going to say something controversial here. I hope everybody will not have a cow over this. But if you even know where he lived, you were a troll. Okay? I'm not saying you had to send him alcohol or show up to his trailer or anything. If you have any idea of the basic location of where he lived, So I made a prediction. I said, I guarantee you all the people mad in the comments tuned out as soon as I said, I don't care that he died. I said that. I straight up called this. I've checked the analytics on the video, and no joke, at exactly, I mentioned this a second ago, 52 seconds. At 52 seconds in the video, you can go see this, I say, I don't care that he died. And the viewer retention rate goes from 100% to 37% at that exact moment. Guess what the dislike ratio is? Now I know for sure that every single negative comment was left by a person who didn't even hear anything I said about Cobra and have no idea what my take is? I don't know it for sure. But I do know for sure that Josh Moon was one of those people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is hate mail. And again, I wasn't going to do this, but Josh Moon slid into my DMs. So this is about to get crazy. Let's take a look.
Now, adjacent to Dick Masterson, back in the day, Dick Masterson had.
Why do I even have this on screen? By the way, it's just it's some other guy's chat room. He doesn't even buy. Oh, he's a little VTuber, right? He's a ping tuber, I guess.
A top.
Oh wait, no, hang on a second. Let me start this over. This is interesting. Don't forget the way this video starts.
Now, adjacent to Dick Masterson, back in the day, Dick Masterson.
What is back in the day to you? Back in the day to me is fucking 2009. Back in the day to this guy is like 4 years ago, apparently. He's talking about Dick Masterson. This is going to be important.
Had a top A-log. His name was Jesse. He's sort of adjacent to me in this podcasting sphere.
Jesse.
He's adjacent to the Keno Casino. He's just
I'm a Jason. No, I'm a Jesse.
He's a Jesse.
in the ether of this talking about people in the internet sphere, right?
No. I'm not adjacent to it. I am it. I'm a man made of internet. You are a man mad at a man made of internet.
I don't usually talk about him. I don't watch his podcasts.
Oh, really? Well, here's fucking 10, 20 minutes proving otherwise.
I've mentioned him a couple times and a couple straight.
Hi. Someone says hi to me in chat. Just caught in the corner of my eye. I see, hi, Jesse, someone says.
Trans essay.
Hi. Hey, what's up? Hello.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
Years ago, I talked about him because it might have even been last stream. AI.
Whoa, sorry. I hit something.
He made fun. I think it was Jim Acosta had used AI to resurrect the dead, and it was a dead kid from a school shooting.
Hang on a second. He didn't use AI to resurrect the dead.
Yeah, he's doing necromancy. That's what he did, and that's what I did.
Reanimated the dead.
That is what it is. I agree with him on this.
Resurrected this guy through AI and asked the AI version of this dead child.
That's actually how Christ came back too. By the way, as much as you guys, people love shitting on AI. Well,
what he thought about gun control, and the dead child AI.
And there's people in chat, by the way, in his chat, going Jesse PS H2BH H2BH. That's like my peace be upon him, by the way. If you're Muslim for PODAWFUL, you have to say H2BH when you hear me mentioned, especially when I'm.
Do we all have to face the moon when we pray?
Well, the Josh moon. Yeah.
Gave a very creepy response that was very inappropriate. The whole thing was creepy. Jesse had a really, really funny idea.
I mean, listen, guys, I have these funny ideas like every day. I mean, this is not big news, but wasn't I feel like my clip talking about him talking about this was like nice mostly. It was like me going like, see,
I think so.
I was like, see, you like PODAWFUL. You can stop Voldemorting me. My main
antagonistic.
Yeah, my main concern was, why are you so afraid to say PODAWFUL? Okay, that was what you need to understand is I only brought it up. Well, one, because people post it in Discord and they go, Jesse, you got to look at this. Josh is talking about you and he keeps refusing to say PODAWFUL. But I just wanted to point that out. But I was mostly like, see, hey, this is nice. Every time a Kiwi farmer sees PODAWFUL, they go, this is the only funny thing Jesse's ever done. But they say it every time. So it's kind of stacking up at this point. Today.
It's a lot of funny stuff.
There's a lot of funny stuff. Today, I'm doing a little farming of my own. I'm farming some laughs for myself, knowing that this episode is coming up. I go to the Kiwi Farms thread about this show, and they're talking about me in there, and they're mad they're mad at the internet that I'm going to do this episode. Which, by the way, again, so far I've said nothing bad. People all day long talk about Josh Moon and go, he's a pedophile. He's trans. He chases transes. They've got screenshots from 50 years ago where he's threatening to kill his own mom, and he's talking like Elliot Rodger, wanting to cut out a woman's pussy and fucking sew it to himself or whatever.
Sounds like a pretty cool guy.
I like that.
I'm into that.
I'm into that. This is what I said.
I'm a moonhead now.
Yeah.
I'm a big moonhead.
Josh likes lolly? That's funny. I don't care. Like, I'm not being mean at all. And they were so worried about this episode with all of this kind of stuff. I don't know what I've done to so badly hurt these people other than make jokes. And I think this is the episode. We never really have dug into this too deep. I've never really talked about Josh that much, but I think we're going to figure out and settle our differences here tonight. I'm pretty sure of it. So,
big moonheads. We're all
big. Everybody's a big moonhead.
Hey, Moonies.
We're on a moon base. You guys watch a moon. My wife today asked me, do they call him Josh Moon because he is the size of the moon. I'm not. That is a real thing she said. And I was like, are you joking? And she was serious. That wasn't a joke. She thought
I was wondering if
she thought he had a nom de plume because he is fat. Okay.
I was thinking maybe the camera is actually focused on him, but he can't fit in frame, and it's just so close to the camera that we're just zooming in on one of his cavities or something.
It's a total eclipse. Anyway, so I'm a fan of Josh Moon. That's the thing he would hate more than anything is that I like him. Actually, Josh Moon's cool. In my estimation, he's one of the best sources of information on the internet. And if it weren't for Kiwi Farms, I'd have no content. I was looking at Kiwi Farms today just to laugh at them getting mad. And in the middle, I'm not joking, in the middle of them talking about me and being mad about me and wondering if I photoshopped the picture of Josh in the thumbnail for this episode, they're like, are his eyes really that far apart? Yes, his eyes are really that far apart. He has prey eyes. Okay? I have predator eyes.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the fantasies he's into. So, anyway, IBAN. Was that his old name on that Blockland forum or whatever it's called? I'm not going to get into all that. I had people messaging me before the show saying, oh, here's this. Here's him saying he thinks pedophilia is good and blah, blah, blah. I don't, no. I don't care about any of that. Okay, I really don't. I just don't care. That's not what this is about. Here's what it's about. While they're talking about me and how much they're scared that I'm going to do this episode, and they're sticking up, because that's what Kiwi Farms is. Kiwi Farms is a troll shield for Josh Moon. That's all it exists for. He is a lol cow, and I'm going to prove it tonight, but this will be my final time milking. All right? Because I feel like, well, you'll see. I don't want to spoil anything. Anyway, while these people are talking about this stuff, getting so mad, they are also posting that animated version of PPP, you know, where he's like a slug monster, the 3D animated thing. Pixar, I think the guy is called that made that.
Yeah, that's him, I believe.
And, you know, he's going, wow, we got Mersh, gay hands, Andy. And right now, the Kiwi farmers who are tuning in are going, whoa, that was a pretty good impression of the guy who did the impression of PPP. Because they're posting it, not realizing that's me. So literally while they're saying Jesse's only been funny one time, they're posting another one of the times. It's, again, the stacking. It's just going higher and higher and higher.
A lot of times.
If we really...
They're so dumb.
They're so dumb. You know, no, they're not dumb. They're autistic, and they can't help it. And that's why we love them, actually.
They're just the humble farmers trying to keep the livestock in. Trying to keep the livestock in, and you're the sly fox. Come and steal chickens and stuff, you know. They're just trying to keep their farm safe. Keep their lol cows in.
He's obviously a creative person. I like his set. I like the effort he put.
Nice.
They always like
that
compliment.
They always like the set. That's always the thing. The set.
You got a good set on you.
Hey, you should see the set of something I
like
got.
the rack.
Woo, buddy.
Listen to his stuff. I'm being nice here because I'm about to be really mean.
No.
Tune out.
Okay, never
Stop
mind.
the video.
Never mind. Quick, send me all the stuff about him being a pedophile. Quick.
He had a great joke. He took one of the killers, several killers actually. I didn't play the whole segment.
I mean, okay, what do you think? Like, what do they think? I've done this for almost 16 years. How you don't survive that long without at least 2 good jokes? And I think that's how many I have. Now. I've got 2 good jokes, and I keep doing them over and over again. You guys keep fucking paying for it. I don't know.
And he used AI to make them alive, and then asked them questions that were similarly inappropriate, and gave them very funny responses. that made just a really nice, well-crafted segment for his podcast. Props.
That he doesn't watch and didn't see.
I
doesn't know the name of.
give him props when I see something that he does that's funny, and occasionally he is funny. But he took issue with me. He got angry at me.
No, there was no anger. You cannot take away what happened on that episode as anger. Okay?
And he
just saw your
called
red
me-
face on the show, Jesse, and thought you were angry.
The red, it hurts them to see the red. This is, you know, it's not a face filter in the way you're normally used to with an Instagram or a TikTok. What I do, I filter my face. It's a filtering you out. If you have too violent an autism, you just go see this and you go, ah, and you leave.
out. So I will reply. Okay.
Okay. Deal. Yeah, all right. Oh, free content? Okay.
First, let's listen to what he has to say about me.
This guy's got a good set. Before we do, I meant the fuck, I'm wearing the exact same outfit. Mentioned at the top of the show, you know, part of my reasoning for wanting to keep the show going and not getting this real job, I had to really weigh out this decision if I was going to do this or not. I'm starting, I don't know if you guys remember this, but last episode, I was a dark future. He has a pizza fund. Someone says, that's another thing. I've got the pizza fund, and then what does he have? Pizza day or something like that? Is that it? Pizza night, pizza week, something? Pizza.
I think every day is pizza day for Josh Moon.
Well, we'll be talking about that soon. Yeah. By the way, copy much. I had that first. Okay, that was me first. How come he can have a pizza thing and also apparently, according to all these documents I received today, be a pedophile, but then never has to hear like, oh, Comet Ping Pong much or anything? It's viral. Do you remember that? I was viral.
yeah.
I'm viral again, by the way. They're talking about me. Look at that.
Yeah.
I got 2 virals for the fucking price of 1.
That's crazy.
I'm sort of a viral kind of.
I'm a killer gorilla.
So
Sensation.
I got. What did I mean when I played that? Oh, nigga. Viral. No big deal. I really didn't get that for a second. You know, it's like whatever. I mean, it's pretty cool. Doesn't translate to. We love Jesse PS. We love PODAWFUL. Someone says in his chat. To views in any way. This guy, another guy says he looks creepy.
Nice.
That's true.
Wait till
Jess.
That
You do
is
look
What
true.
about Josh Moon?
That is true. But imagine if Josh Moon was on camera. Like, honestly. For the
See,
show.
he's smart. He doesn't go on camera.
Have I not always said that this is obviously a mistake? You can't go back.
Yeah.
You can't do this for the many years that I've done it and then go, all right, I'm a cartoon now. It's not.
Oh, Maddox did it. Maddox did it.
Well, he
Then
became,
you're trans.
he became a banana. That's true. But yeah, you can't trans to tune. You can't troon to tune. There is no troon to tune pipeline. It does translate to when people are co-signing, when they're saying they like this, it makes even your enemies have to concede that maybe, perhaps, you can be funny. I'm not saying this person is my enemy. Hello? Nice. I could have just said he was my enemy. Baby voice Josh Moon. Okay, I did call him baby voice Josh Moon. But in my defense,
He is baby voice.
he has a fucking baby voice, and it's a quivering, quimbling. It's honestly, he has the vocal equivalent to this face from Kiwi Farm. He's got
Imagine his voice on your face.
he's got a voice for
I can.
he's got a voice for microwaves. I don't know what that means, but arms, who has never once been able to mention me. And by the way, will only mention me basically at gunt point. And when by the way, they liked that one. I saw so many people referencing the gunt point. Stack it up, add it to the list. Would I have been forced down his throat so hard by being a part of the larger internet world that he is unable to dance around me anymore? All of Kiwi Farms does this, by the way. Dance like no one's watching, though, Josh. Every time he does get forced to mention me, he has to say, like, I hate this guy. He prefaces. They love it, by the way. Somebody says PodAwful is pure slop. You're watching a guy read internet forum posts to you. PodAwful is pure slop. But anyway, a lot of the people in the chat love the baby voice thing. They're all now quoting baby voice, calling him baby voice, which Josh doesn't like. Is it every time? And there's a certain corner of the internet that has to do this. They cannot talk about Jesse or PodAwful without saying a face for radio and a voice for forums, says TZM. Yeah, exactly.
A voice for forums is very
That's
funny.
good.
That's very good.
Certainly better than microwaves, which I don't know. Making sure everybody else knows. Oh, by the way, this guy stinks. Right. I mean, he was funny this time. Do you know how many times I've seen this guy and all of his guys? And I know I just made these points. Let me skip this a little bit here. Heard any examples yet?
Happy to fill you in.
Okay, that's funny. That's a funny transition. That's good. I like that. So, yeah, now he's going to tell me about all the times I wasn't funny. Start writing these down. Okay, we need to analyze this.
So one of the things that he complains about is that I don't mention his podcast.
Okay, that has nothing to do with me being funny or not. Nothing to do with it. So you went from a great transition into now you're Keffels because this isn't going the way that you just made me think it was.
And I don't. And I have a reason for this, actually. I had to pull up the archive because he's changed his site since. But when I first heard about Jesse and I went to his podcast site, you may notice that at the top, there's a bit of an eyesore. But do you know what it does?
Ooh.
Okay. This blew me away. If he didn't do this, if he didn't reveal this, we wouldn't be doing this episode at all right now. This would not be happening. Number one, he had to go on the Wayback Machine. Sorry, I'm looking at it here. He had to go on the Wayback Machine to March of 2023, it looks like, in order to even find this. Okay. Now, for the audio-only people out there, let me explain what we're looking at here. So this is my website, PODAWFUL.com. Thanks for the shout-out, Josh.
I'm glad the Wayback Machine has PodAwful forever. Do you reckon they have all the deleted content?
Crazy. No, I wish. Yeah, by the way, we're building the Pizza Fund is back, basically. The episodes aren't all back on there. We're going to take care of that. I'm going to need somebody to help me get all the episodes back up, but we have the ability to. I've started putting them back up. I am missing an episode, a very recent episode, Mersh in Satan's Service. This was a Pizza Fund only episode from April. You are not in trouble. If you have this episode, please give it to me. I cannot find this episode anywhere. It was a banger. It ruled. It was a really good episode. And I'm really very disappointed that it's gone. Everybody seems to think that it's against the rules to download Pizza Fund content. No, it's against the rules to share it. Please back it up. Please, for the love of God, keep private backups of it. I can't stop. How would I even stop you from doing that? I don't know why anyone would think that's against the rules. But please, if you have Mersh in Satan's Service, again, it's an episode from April. You can find the post for it still on the website, podawful.com. Please get in contact with me. I really need to find this episode. Anyway, so what we're looking at here, he's gone to Wayback Machine. This is podawful.com. He's given me a big shout out here, big plug. The website, when I first launched it, I made this video that was like supposed to get people hyped for the new website. And I made the banner image, the video, and it was meant to be an ISO. Like, I think it's pretty obvious that it's meant to be this, flashing cognito hazard in front of your fucking eyes, hurting you, with the idea that you would then scroll down and try to look at the content. And what happens in the banner is it's a bunch of screenshots that say PodAwful in them. Okay, now that's just for the audio only people. They can't see what's happening. Let's let Josh explain it further, because Josh has written some lore about this inside his head. He's doing fan fiction.
Podcast site. You may notice that at the top there's a bit of an eyesore, but do you know what it does? It has the name of his podcast there, and it's in a bunch of different contexts. And when I saw this, I immediately knew what the gambit was. He wants to troll people to say or to type.
You know, X-Men.
Hang on, Dirk. Calm down. Wait for him to say the thing.
He wants to troll people to say or to type the name of his podcast so that he can take a clip of you saying it or typing it and then put it into his gay ass fucking brag montage. So
Yes.
Yeah, you update that regularly, don't you?
No. Number one, you went to the website. Number two, you went to Wayback Machine to get this, which means it's not being updated and never was updated. The grandest irony of all of this is all he had to do was pause it for 1 second, one frame, and he would see that every single one of these comments is negative. Every single one of them is someone talking shit about PODAWFUL. And by the way, we had to like scrounge to find it. It was hard to find that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we were looking for it in Discord, and I kept finding ones that were like too good, because they would always say the set is nice or Jesse is funny sometimes. I had to break down and use some of them. The grandest irony here is most of these screenshots are from Kiwi Farms. If I had some grand scheme in my head, which the idea of this is so autistically insane. Like, this is the kind of thing that a 13-year-old thinks you do to like impress a lady or something, you know, like they think you're hatching schemes all day and you're sitting around trying to figure out a way to fool people into something. Every single bit of this is self-deprecating, and I didn't solicit any of it. Every one of these comments was from someone that I would have rather they had never said this stuff. Obviously. But to think that this is all some sort of Xanatos gambit against Josh Moon in order to trick him. The secret is unlocked, everybody. The reason Josh Moon never says PODAWFUL is because he made up inside his goofy little prey eyes brain that I'm trying to get him by saying it. When I was saying he fears PODAWFUL, you know, this is what we just always say. Anytime anyone Voldemort's my name, we say they fear it. He's really afraid. He's admitting on air in front of a big audience that he's terrified of saying the name. This episode led up with people on Twitter in the chat room going, Josh lives rent-free in your head. What's this? I'm putting on an addition inside his mentally homeless fucking mind. Okay? We're tearing down old walls. I'm doing an open floor plan, like an open concept. I'm thinking about actually, you know, turning it into a duplex. Maybe upstairs is one apartment, downstairs another. I might rent it out to some of you guys and see what happens. What's going on in there? This is so stupid. I couldn't believe it. And again, it's like mostly, actually, let me run this back a little bit. Let's see if we can pause it on, this is Kiwi Farms. This is Kiwi Farms. He was droning on PODAWFUL is a suitable, I don't know what the rest of that says, but that's, yeah, they're talking shit about me, and it's Kiwi Farms. That's Discord. Let's see. This is Kiwi Farms. They're talking about Ralph. Even for PODAWFUL, this is a new low. Someone says, oh boy, I win. Yay!
Yes, so that he can take a clip of you saying it or typing it and then put it into his gay ass fucking brag montage.
Brags.
So the first thing I ever saw of this guy was this, and I realized what the
Okay, and now that's a lie.
Yeah.
The first thing you ever saw of me is this. You sure about that, Josh? I remember it differently because this didn't end up on the website until the end of 2022. Maybe even early 2023. I don't remember now. I'd have to look. Richard, let me know. This wasn't even on the website very long. This was like a small thing to promote the new website. That was it. I made a video to go, hey, we got a new fucking website. And this has been sitting rent-free inside your brain ever since. And I didn't even know. I couldn't have predicted this in a million years. I never would have thought that something like this was even fucking possible. But he says that this is the first thing he ever saw of me. Was I ever on a stream with him before? Am I misremembering? I literally don't know.
I can't remember it.
Was he on the one with Dick Masterson on the Kill stream or no? Or is that Mr. Mediker?
No,
Okay,
that was
Mr.
Mediker.
But he
Same
was,
guy.
But he was certainly aware of that happening, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that predates this banner by 2 years, I want to say.
Yep.
Anyway, he wants to make sure that I never catch him talking about me. All right, well, we're only about halfway through the clip of him talking about me. And also, just real quick, I played this at the beginning, but just real quick.
Variety Channel for 3 says, I was surprised to hear that you had such ire for the internet's Jesse PS, aka PODAWFUL. Why?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that one. I didn't have that saved. I had to look that up, but that wasn't for my big bragging clip montage. That's from back in 2023, which is after this thing was on the website. So, wait a second. That clip is from, hang on a second. I'm just realizing something. That clip is from February 4th, 2023. I tweeted it out to make fun of him. I said, in fact, I think this is where the quivering baby thing comes from. I tweeted out saying, quivering baby moron Josh Moon, known for inserting himself into the lives of every known lol cow, says he doesn't like PODAWFUL because Jesse inserts himself into the story to make money while reading a super chat. Just to be clear, and this has been that used to be his big criticism, is that I have a paywall. You know what else has paywalls? The movies. Maybe if you were willing to pay for them, you'd have a girlfriend and be able to go out with people. So I'm just realizing now, I'm piecing together something here. Let me just type in the word banner. Let me just do a little search here.
Pieces fit.
That banner. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Interesting. Okay, so yes. So the banner would have been put on the site. That video banner would have been on the site back in middle of 2022, actually. It was middle of 2022. Here's a theory. I don't know. Maybe call me crazy. I don't know what you guys think about this. Is it possible that I tweeted out this thing making fun of him for talking shit about people trying to make money while reading a super chat? And then he went to podawful.com because he saw this and he saw me clipping him saying Jesse from PodAwful. And when he went to the website, his autistic boy detective mind, gold star for the day, kind stranger, boy detective mind, saw that banner and went, oh, he's clipping me. He's getting me. No. Oh, no. I bet you he thinks that I sent in the super chat in order to get him to say it. That wasn't me. Just to be clear, I've never watched Mad at the Internet live ever. That's never happened. I bet you anything that's what happened here. because the thing would have still been on the site when I posted this exactly. That's crazy. That's crazy. I had no idea. All right, let's keep watching.
And I said, look, I'm real good at ignoring people. I've got hundreds of people who try to fuck with.
You are? I'm not kidding. I talked about Josh Moon covering my, funny bit. I didn't think he was going to respond. There was no moment where I thought we were about to have a big back and forth over this. This is the guy who's good at ignoring people.
Me and try to fuck with my site. And as a result, I've got really, really good senses for ignoring people, which is why I don't talk about him.
Which is why I don't talk about him. Talk about who? You've got my website on screen where it's flashing the word PODAWFUL over and over again.
Lol.
Lamau?
Go out of my way to know nothing about him. So if you don't want to
go out of your way, you went out of your way to way back search a false memory you had about me. You go out of your way.
If you want people to talk about your podcast,
then I must be doing it right. It's working.
First and foremost, don't punish them for doing so.
We'll see about that.
Second of all, Jesse.
Yeah, this is absolute lol cow behavior. Who does this sound exactly like, by the way?
Every lol cow.
Well, yes, every lol cow ever. Mersh. Does every single time Mersh talks about me on Nightwave, it's to say that he never responds to me.
Give him nothing.
Give him nothing.
And then talks about you for 45 minutes.
That actually high-roading.
Yeah, it's a 20-minute screed about how he never talks about me.
Yeah.
Every single time. I mean, this is straight up great. They're saying it in the chat room. Wow, lol cow behavior. LOL, do more of the Josh Moon impression. I would, but I think my children are still awake, so I don't want them to think we've had the baby.
He is not usually very funny, and he's an asshole, and fuck him. Exhibit A.
Okay. Exhibit A. Now, again, remember, this was supposed to be a list of times I wasn't funny. So far, it's just been times Josh was personally hurt by me because of his own crazy girlfriend make-em-ups. You might as well be telling me about your dreams right now, Josh. And for once, I'm listening. Oh, it was about me? Suddenly, I'm interested. So here's Exhibit A, which I thought the last one was Exhibit A, but Your Honor, strike that from the record, okay? Who's your lawyer? Ricada?
After Cobes died, he posted this. He says,
This is so...
Whoa.
Guys, this is so crazy. This... this is whoa, buddy. This is...
Yeah, it is.
No, buddy.
This is so jokes. It's jokes. It's whoa, buddy. It's jokes. It's felded. All right, let's go, etc.
time to pretend like you weren't laughing at King Cobra JFS for his...
Somebody in his chat... Wait, hang on. I got to roll that back. Oh, some of the people are liking the video, though. They're saying, LOL at the Ricada logo in that. Yeah, I did. It also had parodies of known goon logos where I would take their logo and turn it into the PODAWFUL logo. This guy says, Pizza Fund, he stole your pizza shtick. Pizza Fund, he stole your pizza shtick.
There you go.
Do we really want to go through the Wayback Machine on this one? It's not going to be good. Literally talking about Chris Chan is stealing from me. Okay? Ain't nobody talked about Chris Chan before me. It's not possible. Not possible. Knew him in reality before knew him on the internet. You can't do it. Let's not do this. I'm trying to be nice. All right. This is a very embarrassing time. By the way, don't bother posting anything on Kiwi Farms about, he'll delete it. He's going to throw the thread. He's got his thread. They made a thread about him. It's on the proving grounds or whatever it's called. Okay. It's never made its way to the big leagues. He just deletes it. All right. So don't bother. We're not trying to give him a hard time. we're just going to point and laugh at the lol cow.
He posted this. He says, time to pretend like you weren't laughing at King Cobra JFS for his entire life and now do a rip to a legend trolls remorse thing.
Now, I posted this tweet, by the way. Basically, it was really a reaction to all the comments I was getting on YouTube. I just thought it'd be funny to say it on Twitter. I went mini viral. Okay, that was a pretty big tweet for me. 167,000 views on that tweet. It was big. That was a big one. And a lot of people are mad on Twitter as well. And why were they mad? Because they were all tweeting RIP to the legend Cobes, we're going to miss you, and Ozzy Heaven, and all that kind of stuff. So that first part of the message there, the trolls remorse thing, is my legitimate, true beliefs. Okay? That is my real feeling on it. But I did tack on something at the end.
At King Cobra JFS for his entire life and now do a rip to a legend trolls remorse thing. You're the real reason his dad is crying. Let me say that again. You're the real reason his dad is crying. And he specifically called me out because I said, unfortunately, the legendary King Cobra JFS is likely dead. Dispatch recordings have the police calling for a coroner to his home. People had been sending him alcohol by the gallon through DoorDash. His health was in free fall, and Ozzy's death hit him hard. I have never made fun of King Cobra JFS in a cruel or malicious way.
No, you simply host the website that had his docs on it where people would then use that docs to send him alcohol. Now he dead. So, now just to be clear, and again, I have to be clear, people will tune out. They're not going to understand anything here. I don't care that you did that. I'm not even criticizing it. I'm just saying that you're a hypocrite and a liar. That's all. That's the only thing. I'm just calling out that when you act like, oh boy, you're going to miss him. Well, you weren't exactly helping him in his life. I'm not kidding. I cannot believe this is happening. I can't believe this is on my screen right now. So number one, I did not directly call out Josh Moon. He took that screenshot out of context. I took every single RIP to a legend style post about Cobra.
I remember that. There was a lot. You were retweeting
I was retweeting them all and putting them in that thread, and he was one of them. And of course he was. He's the fucking Kiwi Farms guy. However, he replied to his own tweet that he just showed with the video of Cobra's father crying about his death on Facebook. And right now, I had this tweet in my drafts ready to go without the last line on it. Originally, it stopped at the trolls remorse thing. And then I saw that video of Cobes' crying father. And I saw that it was posted by Josh Moon. And I'm not kidding. I tacked on, you're the real reason his dad is crying. Specifically about Josh fucking Moon. Now, I didn't say that. It says that nowhere in the tweet. A lot of people took it to mean that I was talking about them. And then I made a reply to this tweet, and I said, if you're mad about this tweet, it's because it's about you. And that tweet was a message to Josh Moon. Now, no part of me ever thought that we would actually get to a point where he knows that and is addressing it. That was a secret inside my head. And if you don't believe me, if you go to my Twitter right now, actually, I'll just show you here. If you go to my Twitter right now, I've done this before. Sometimes I'm subtweeting. Sometimes I'm doing some secret thing just to see what happens. All right. And I don't mention the real person. 2023. In fact, right around the same time as that last tweet I showed you. I've just retweeted this, but this is from 2023. I tweeted this out. Okay. Now, I guess Flamenco. You guys remember Flamenco? He's a pedophile.
Oh yeah.
You guys remember the pedophile Flamenco?
Yep.
Friend of the show. I said Flamenco leaks. So a little over a year ago or so, before Flamenco's pedophile nature was revealed, I was briefly in his Discord trolling people. Flamenco made this insane post about his mom and tagged everyone in it. Only a pedo lolcow would say this. And here is the message. At everyone, let me give you a rundown about her. She is a slut who had me at 18. She is the sole reason I'm pro-choice. I'm hoping more whores that got knocked up at her age would become shitty parents, would abort their kids as opposed to bringing them up miserably. She is 56 or something, this guy says about his mom. She is 56 or something and is single. Haven't had her pussy raided in the last 8 years, this guy says about his mom.
What the fuck?
Gross.
Of course,
Jesus,
I know,
flamenco.
Yeah, flamenco. Hey! Of course, I know that the last of her eggs are being destroyed by the body. She's constantly in an angry state. She reminds me constantly about how pathetic I am, about how I suck the last fucking sliver of joy out of her mind, and how horribly unproud she is. I fell out of her womb. I want to kill this lady.
Ooh,
She has...
Yikes.
Since she has no love in her life, besides possibly her own parents, and I would rather sit on this computer... Oh, wait, hang on a second. Let me just get a little bit of this in here.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a little bit
Finally.
better. And I would rather sit on this computer. I am on now for the rest of my life than spend one more fucking day with her. She has cats to add some bonding to her spirit. She speaks to these two cats like she would a roommate. Asking them how they were, how their days have been, and if they're hungry constantly. God forbid one of them meows back in response, thus ushering in an hour of goo-gooing. Whoa. While I mutter at her uselessness from the other room, if my computer could pay the bills, I'd kill my mom.
Your mommy.
Now I tweeted this out about flamenco. Okay. And then I tweeted out another one and I said, flamenco leaks long before I began haranguing Flam about taking the PP test. I had this bizarre conversation with him I hung on to before he blocked me. There's a reason nobody loves Flam, and it's not because he's dumb. I said, LOL, what is your problem, dude? Flamenco says, ugh, God damn it. I don't understand why nobody can love me for who I am. Nobody. My parents, my grandparents, everyone I've ever fucking met. I swear to God, I want to kill and rape as many people as I can before getting gunned down by SWAT. That needs to be my life aspiration. You stupid fucking cunts need to suffer. All living things with a vagina.
Whoa, buddy.
Okay. Flam, calm down. Okay.
That's the most trans thing I've ever heard.
I know. Now, this got posted to the Flamenco Kiwi Farms thread. People were posting this, and of course, it's me, so they're debating, is this real or not? But they're erring on the side of real so that they can laugh at flamenco. Okay? Because these guys never think they can be the target. They don't realize it's open fucking season. It's not just the lolcow. You're the lolcow too if you fall for it. So, if you haven't figured it out yet, these are not from flamenco. These are actual quotes by Joshua Connor Moon. Potter. Okay. I have never publicly revealed that. I've never talked about it. It just was a secret thing about Josh Moon to get them to post about Josh Moon and the crazy things he says on his own website without fear of retribution. And of course they did. And they said how fucking psycho that shit sounds and how the person who wrote it must have never had a crumb of pussy in their lives. He's an incel, blah, blah, blah. He's a pedophile. Does that change once you know it's not flamenco? Or how do the rules work on that exactly? I'm not sure. So the idea that this quickly he actually caught on that I was talking directly to him secretly in a tweet made me so... I was running around the moon base, skipping. I had a basket full of flowers. I was tossing daisies everywhere. You should have seen. I was going wild in the awful drome.
You're the real reason his dad is crying. And he specifically...
Obviously, that I don't mean every... That sentence makes no sense, by the way. You're the real reason. No, you're not. Okay? I'm fucking with you. I wanted to see what if he saw that. What would his reaction to that be? Would he get upset about it? Because if you get upset about it, there's some amount of truth to it. Don't believe me? Okay, say the N-word to a black guy. See what happens.
Greg, where are you?
see what happens. All right?
There's one watching now, right?
I believe you don't get offended by things that don't apply to you. That's the way I operate in the earth. I don't know about others.
Called me out.
Oops. Sorry.
I said, unfortunately, the legendary King Cobra JFS is likely dead.
Well, yeah.
Gallon through DoorDash. His health was in free fall, and Ozzy's death hit him hard. I have never...
You know what probably helped? The website documenting every single fucking moment of his life. Again, big fan. I mean, I'm not against it. But this is also the guy who, when you say, don't you run a doxing website? He goes, oh, isn't the phone book a dox? Okay. Post your address. Why isn't Null's address on there? I don't mean his fake fucking forwarding address. And by the way, he's lying about living in Serbia. That's not true. He never lived in Ukraine or Serbia. I can't believe people, or Romania. Some people theorize he lives in Romania for various reasons. No, he doesn't know how to speak any of these languages. No, he doesn't. He lives in Florida. He never moved. Why would he just happen to use a Florida forwarding address? The thing he uses to forward mail to him so that you guys can send him free goodies. I'm the bad guy, by the way, for selling content. This guy wants you to send him care packages. Probably because he can't clothe or feed himself otherwise. Okay, if you've never seen it, he's got this forwarding address. It's this place in Florida. This is what they do. It's like a business that forwards mail, and it's meant for like boomers who are in their RVs all year round, or they got a houseboat. You don't just accidentally find that one as your mail forwarding thing. I'm not even sure they would forward something to Romania. Which package is it? I looked into it. I don't see a package for, international things like that. I don't know. It seems like they'd be paying VATs on it, all this kind of stuff. It wouldn't be worth it. They must be forwarding the cost to him on that. I just don't think it would be worth it. This guy complaining about the cost to run this website all the time. Anyway, if it's the phone book, number one, you can opt out of the phone book. Number two, the phone book don't exist no more. And number three, Josh's info is never on there. If a guy contacts Kiwi Farms and says, I don't want my info on there anymore, it gets posted to the front page as a banner is made. I don't remember them ever doing that with the phone. You had to pay extra for that in the phone book, actually, in order to get your business on the front page like that. So if it's as simple as that, everybody's address and phone numbers and personal info, where's Null's? Where is Josh's? Again, I'm not against any of this. I'm not. The excuses are so paper thin. It's so retarded. Null first mentions PODAWFUL in 2019, says a guy in his own chat room. So there goes that fucking theory that the first time you ever saw me was 2022 at the earliest.
Made fun of King Cobra JFS in a cruel or malicious way. Cobra was autistic and he ate burritos that had bugs in them.
Yeah, that rules. I mean, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Bug burrito.
Bug burrito. Why not? You think Josh Moon's never eaten a bug burrito, by the way? Come on.
Oh, he's gulping them down.
He loves a bug burrito. If you mail him a bug burrito, he'll eat it.
Funny on its own. Like, I understand he just has really poor conditions of life.
Okay. And this comes to my final thoughts on Kiwi Farms. And again, I don't have a problem with Kiwi Farms existing. I like that I like that websites. Sorry. I like that websites like Kiwi Farms exist. Okay. I like that. I like the old internet too. We're both doing the same type of thing. Somebody said this on Twitter. They figured out our differences. They said, Josh and Jesse aren't really that different as far as their like interests and, the stuff they do. And I said, fuck no, what? But they did make the point that the main difference is Josh Moon thinks the internet is serious business. And I was not a Kiwi Farms guy, and I wasn't a 4chan guy. I was an Encyclopedia Dramatica guy. And so I remember that the internet should not be serious business. So they said, Jesse takes nothing serious. Josh takes everything serious. And this is what we've always been poking fun at him and the Kiwi Farmers for, is everything is like this legit, real fucking thing to them. That's why you're not allowed to lie in order to make trolls happen. What he's saying here without saying it is, Cobes is funny on his own. That's the classic don't touch the poo-poo phrase. Well, I'm here to inform you, documenting every single step of a man's life is touching the poo-poo. Posting
100%.
his address to a public form. Now, if you did it, I wouldn't make this argument if you paywalled, ironically, Kiwi Farms. I wouldn't make this argument. I wouldn't call this public. If you had it private, if you just had to sign up to see it and their addresses and docs info wasn't just immediately available from a Google search, I wouldn't make this argument at all. But posting their docs is touching the poo-poo. You know how I know? These guys hate when I go fuck with Ethan Ralph. That's their guy. Okay? I was only able to go fuck with Ethan Ralph because I got his address from Kiwi Farms. I didn't just get his address from Kiwi Farms. It was in a moderator's bio in every fucking post on Kiwi Farms that this guy made. Ethan Ralph's full address and phone number was under his avatar. That's how I knew how to find Ralph. I didn't even know he was from my hometown or he lived in my hometown or whatever until I saw that. And I was like, oh shit, I'm going to go back home. I could visit Ethan Ralph. That would not have happened without Kiwi Farms. Now let's extrapolate on that logic for a second. How many other things is that true of? Let me tell you something I learned about Cobra in all this time the past couple weeks. Kiwi Farmers and anyone who can claim they aren't this type of person loves to say that the people that fucked with King Cobra were Redditors. Reddit doesn't allow doxing. So where were they getting his info? How did they send him the alcohol? How did they show up to his trailer? How did they fuck with him? How did they send the cops there? How did they send the DoorDashes? Where was that info the most readily available? That's touching the poo-poo. I have always argued that there is no farming without touching the poo-poo. You know, the farmer's wearing a real long glove and shoving his whole arm up the cow's vaginas in order to inseminate it. You're not getting any milk without doing that. You gotta touch the poo-poo. There is no funny without touching the poo-poo. If no one's there to document it, then you didn't see the tree fall funny in the woods. It's all touching the poo-poo. This isn't the old days where it's just the guy uploading his videos and you just tuning in. It hasn't been that since Kiwi Farms. Josh Moon made a website that obsessively documents every instance of every single thing that they can about a single man / woman / deity. And I love it. Great. Terrific. There's no, guess what? Cool. There's no Geno Samuel documentary without doing that. There's no, all of these fun things. I happen to know the people who touched the poo-poo in real life when it comes to Chris Chan. Okay? You know, the people love making fun of me for doing improv and shit. Let me tell you something. Adam Stackhouse. That's a Chris Chan guy name. If you know Chris Chan lore, you know Adam Stackhouse. He won the Parappa the Rapper contest against Chris Chan and then mocked him for it. He does improv with all of my friends back home. Okay?
That rolls.
You think I don't know Pickle Guy? Okay. You think I don't know?
You know a Pickle Guy.
You think I don't know these people? The very animatronic bears that gave Chris Chan his name, I used to speak to as a child. I went to that same mall at Regency as a kid. That's how I was there at the arrest with Ethan Ralph. Ethan Ralph, a guy who is the poo-poo, had no issue going to touch the poo-poo himself. Ethan Ralph, who is the poo-poo, has since collaborated with me. The poo-poo doesn't even care about being touched as much as these guys. I'm starting to think that the actual poo-poo are the fucking psychopaths who keep saying don't touch it.
Did you hear Mr. Burger's touched Apu?
Okay. You should be. So this whole don't touch the poo-poo thing has killed me. What are you farming? How do you get the milk? It doesn't produce itself. It doesn't. And the people I know, IRL, and me, have produced some of this very content that you guys obsessively document. It's not there. The Chris Chan was funny on his own. He was.
Yeah.
He got way funnier when he was being fucked with.
Oh, absolutely.
There's nothing funnier than the Pickle Guy. There's nothing funnier than the Parappa the Rapper contest. There's nothing funnier than Liquid Chris. And nobody argues with that. Nobody argues with that. It's not even close. When Josh Moon says don't touch the poo-poo, he means him. He means you're not allowed to fuck with him because he made a website that was supposed to shield him from that sort of thing. He's the arbiter of trolling. Who fucking appointed him?
Alex Stein?
No.
He did when he decided. He did when he decided he needed his computer to pay the bills, so he could kill his mom.
Yeah. And again, by the way, I wasn't going to go. That's old shit. Okay, I said I wasn't going to go into old shit. I only did that to illustrate the purpose of the Twitter thing. I'm sure he's grown up since then. I'm sure he's not that kind of guy. In fact, I'm positive of it. How do I know? because he DM'd me about it today. And I'm going to share with you those DMs as soon as we finish this.
But he had a cult following. Not
So do I. So what?
that he would not have if he was just normal. If he was
Copied a website, they say. They correct me in the chat room, yeah.
just like a normal guy that was
He was a normal guy. Are we talking about Cobra? Hang on a second. Did I get lost here?
that he would not have if he was just normal.
Oh,
if he was just like a normal
okay, I
guy
see.
that was like
I was
low
wrong.
IQ and not very successful and not funny, he wouldn't have that circle around him. But
He's not funny on purpose. This is every low IQ, not funny on purpose guy who then puts himself out there online for long enough gets exactly this type of following. There's like thousands of these guys now. And you can't argue this shit. Again, I said from the beginning, I hate horror cows. This is a whole new subsect of this kind of thing. And I say new, in the past few years. Cyrax, Cobra, Death Fats, all of the death. You have a section of your website called Death Fats. Well, what does that mean?
You tell me.
They're going to make the argument that, well, they're killing themselves with the food. Okay, but you're feeding them by watching. They don't eat the food without you watching the death fats. You're driving them to death. I have no issue with you doing that, by the way. Again, do it. Just admit that that's what's happening, that you're fine with it for your entertainment. That's what it is. That's touching the poo-poo. You documenting and watching every little tiny thing that some big fat mukbanger does so they get more views, so they buy more food. This is unless you're Nikocado Avocado and get saved by Ozempic or whatever the fuck miracle thing happened there, that horrifying thing.
AIDS?
The end result is the same for all of these. That's why they're calling them death fats. You need to start calling them all death cows at this point. They're praying for Ethan Ralph to die every fucking week. I see it. I saw it with Cobra, by the way. It absolutely, you can go through, if you go back far enough through his thread, you'll see it. You'll see it. They were predicting it. They predicted his death the week he died. Of course, they were predicting it every week before that. Kind of not exactly impressive at that point. You're a real Nostradamus at that point.
I was down to like the half hour, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. Yeah, Lenny had it. That's all. Here's the deal. When everybody freaked out on YouTube about my comments on Cobra, which I was fully admitting I don't like, I said directly, I don't like that he died. I wish he hadn't died. That, it's sad and bad. But that I just don't care. I'm not interested in this sort of thing. And every comment freaked out because they didn't actually watch or listen. They just got mad at one sentence I said. We replied to those. We replied to everybody with, sorry for your loss, cow. This is the term now. You can't remove this. This is now in the lexicon. I'm telling you, that's a showstopper of a phrase. They don't know what to do. I almost nobody replied once we said it. I was in the comments making fun of these people for like a day because it was a great time. I was having a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
It was a lot. You guys were doing it too. It was a lot of fun. And then all of a sudden, I had this epiphany. Sorry for your loss, cow. We had done this before. I made fun of the band Tool, and this was a huge video on my original channel, like tens of thousands of views and tons of angry comments. And I started replying to every comment with the simple phrase, "Good luck on your sobriety," or "Good luck with your sobriety." And you've never seen a person recoil so fast, you know? There's a certain tribe of people that have never recoiled so fast when being found out. This sorry for your loss, cow thing is so deadly to these people that they run away afterward. One guy said, and again, this is a guy who didn't actually watch the video, said that I should be doxxed and killed and my family fucked with because I said bad things about, I made fun of Cobra. Basically because I said that Cobra died at the age of ugly and gross. That was the joke that I made that really made this guy mad, which we were laughing pretty hard at. What are you saying? He's not ugly and gross? He ate a bug burrito. His teeth were rotting out. So this guy said this stuff, and I'm like, this is an insane thing. Like, how do you reply with this? How is this your feelings on this scenario? He made a big mistake. He said, this is what he said. He said, this guy's name is Snowface Killa on YouTube. He says, you're a loser, man, laughing about Cobes dying. He wasn't bad to anyone else but himself. I hope Josh's true fans dox you and mess with your shit. Now, again, I was originally just replying to everybody with different things and saying whatever. When I started saying sorry, somebody, actually Hugh replies and says, sorry for your lost cow, internet boy detective, to this guy. I guess he assumed this was a Kiwi farmer. We do call them boy detectives, by the way. These guys they're so quick. They're figuring all the stuff out. They know everything going on the internet. They've got it all worked out. So this guy, it was special with this guy. Because when I said sorry for your lost cow to everyone else, it's thousands of replies. It stopped them. There's nothing after that. They didn't know what to do. Because that's what it is. It's their lost cow. They want him to die. I don't want him to die. Somebody had the nerve to say to me, well, what about, I think they said this in the comments on that video. They said, Jesse, what about you and Mersh? What about you and Comedy Shaman? I haven't covered Mersh in months because he was becoming too much of an alcoholic. I literally said on the show, it's getting too sad and we need to give him a break to build himself back up. What happened that month? He quit drinking booze, or he quit drinking beer or something, whatever. He quit drinking some amount of alcohol. He actually lost some weight, ripped by August. Ooh, okay. Whoops. He didn't quite make it to August, but he did stop drinking. He cut out several other things as well.
Stopped gambling for a while.
Stopped gambling for a while. Stopped Kratom for a little bit in there too. I think he went back though. All because I stopped making fun of him. I know when too much is too much. And then he became the darling of the Dabbleverse.
Yeah.
His life is going well. He got super tips and now he's making money and shit. He got back on YouTube. Hello? And I still haven't covered him. You can't say that about Kino Casino or any of these other people that do it. I stopped. Comedy Shaman? I got Comedy Shaman to go to rehab twice. Twice. I literally warned him he was being catfished before he drove 9 hours to go get catfished. I said over and over again, don't do it. It was my plan. And I straight up ruined it and said, don't go because you're too low and I don't want you hurt. I don't want him in pain. This is true. And it doesn't matter what you think.
PODAWFUL helps. It's a fact.
I laugh at my friends. I laugh at fans of the show, the cult, the henchmen. When I was growing up, you made fun of each other as like camaraderie, as fun. My family did it. We were always doing this. I didn't know it wasn't normal until I was a full ass adult. My entire ass was grown. I'm grown. The greatest accomplishment of a black person. Growing up. Not a lot of them make it. They don't often make it. So I literally had no idea this isn't how people treat each other. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. But it's part of who I am. I joke when I like a person. I was kind of just picking on Josh Moon. I like Kiwi Farms. I think the Kiwi farmers are actually dumber losers than Josh is. Because
that's fair.
I mean, they're actually falling for it and white knighting him. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy that he was able to convince all these retards to do that for him. The nerve of somebody to say this about me. Anytime it gets to be too much, I'm fucking pulling up on the yoke. Okay? Every single time. This Snowface Killer guy, he went too far. And I saw that someone had replied to him with, "Sorry for your loss, cow." And I went, no, that's not good enough. I mean, he wished me doxxed. He wished me phone booked. He wished my shit fucked with.
He wanted to bust a cap in that ass.
Well, again, I am not morally against that. Just to prove this point that I'm not going on some sort of moral crusade about this with Kiwi Farms. Here's my reply to Snowface Killer. Okay. Hey, the Planet Fitness treadmills in San Diego don't look like they are helping much with you and Brianna Danielle Whitehead's obesity. I think I know how to make you run a little faster, though. Now, if that's not clear, I found all of this guy's shit. Okay?
Very easily.
Yeah, I found all your fucking shit. I found an image of him trying to fuck his own dad. I found his wedding announcement. You want to see? Oh, hi, Brianna. Hi, Justin. So beautiful couple, by the way. Gorgeous couple. Fat as all get out. But they're working on it.
Head shapes on them.
We're gonna let's just take a look. Oh, look, he's married to Cog's wife. That's cool.
Wow. They got married to Mario.
Imagine this. Imagine you're this ugly that your husband calls you Muffalo. Yuck. What the
Snake
fuck?
bites.
Disney adults, by the way. So
Mario adults.
I'm an eye for an eye kind of guy. You know, I don't really care for this kind of thing. Here's the you want to see the picture of him trying to fuck his dad?
Yeah.
Here's a normal thing you do with your dad. Miss the hell
the
out of
corpse
you.
of his father.
Look at that. He is big spooning his father, and his father seems
He's trying to look thirsty in there.
There's something going on here. A proclivity.
That is cathartic.
It's I think you mean catatonic, but yeah.
I meant he's having a cathartic orgasm,
Yeah, that is scary right there. That's the guy. That's the guy who decided that I should be hurt because he differed with my opinion on King Cobra. And then you got guys on Kiwi Farms who think that my brother should die because I'm going to talk about an internet person. The thing they're doing all day long on Kiwi Farms. This is what you were so scared of, by the way. Boo! I'm the boogeyman. Ooh! Scared yet?
Because of his actual personality and combination of those things, he developed a cult following. People did like him. They wanted the best for him. Nobody wanted to see Redditors
No, they didn't.
help him drink himself to death. And despite the fact...
See? He blamed it on Reddit. It's Redditors. No, it was Redditors. You know you can have a Reddit and a Kiwi Farms account, right?
That Jesse's been around.
Do you check for that, or is that like part of the sign-up process? I literally don't know. I've never had a Kiwi Farms account.
Redditors help him drink
I think
himself.
King Cobra's Reddit thread was closed down multiple times too because it had its docs in it all the time.
Yeah, because that's against the rules on Reddit.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that Jesse's been around for 10 years? He's been around
16, so this is about to get even more embarrassing for me.
forever. I don't know where he came from, but he's been around for a long time.
Where did you come from? Pensacola?
He's been around forever.
What do you mean? I mean, where does anyone come from? There's no factory doing a stamp of approval on internet people.
This ain't Cotton Eye Joe.
He doesn't seem to get that. He's supposed to be a
I don't get it. This guy, This guy's doing fucking 11 minutes on me. I don't get it.
Commentator on the culture of the internet, and he doesn't seem to understand the people that he's commentating on.
Oh, really? Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Cal.
People did have a lot of respect for Cobra. They thought he was funny.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, he was wonky. He had a silly eye.
This is sounding a lot like another guy. Hang on a second. Are we we're this close to RIP to the legend, aren't we?
He would.
The second I come back and do another Mersh episode, it's going to be bad. Twitter is going to be a flutter. Actually, we liked him the whole time. We always loved Mersh.
Sing completely unashamedly, despite being a terrible singer. But those are endearing qualities. It can be something that's like embarrassing for him.
Ironically. It's ironically endearing. You don't think he's...
It's like a dog.
No, you like a dog for real. It's like
it's worse than a dog.
It's innate human quality to like something cute. This is not cute.
But also endearing to people. And
that might be why people like Josh, though, because he sounds like a baby. You know, cats... Cats mimic the sound of human babies. That a meow is not a natural sound to a cat. Cats started meowing because human beings respond to that, because it sounds like the coo of a child. And in the same way, internet detectives, special big boy detectives, react to the cooing of Josh Moon.
I guess Jesse just doesn't understand that or pretends not to get people to talk about his fucking podcast.
Which podcast was that again, Josh?
The other thing that he did,
the one on screen?
That I don't have a clip for, unfortunately, is a while ago when we were talking about the Ricada body cam footage.
This is, by the way, this is what this really is. Like this entire, the reason he did this, and it's a very lol-cal reason. It's not just that he has to react. It's to poison the well. He needs to tell the people in the chat room what to think and what to say, because they're posting, they posted my clip on his forum. He doesn't like that. So he needs them to do the thing that I called them out for always doing in the last episode, which is to say, I know, hey, listen, I hate this guy. I know we all hate this guy, but he did a funny thing.
This piece of shit straight up fucking AI generated fake body cam footage and put it out as the real deal, which people bought and shared around.
Are you saying I'm a liar?
Which
that's a crime on the internet.
gave Ricada a free out to pretend that the trolls were lying about them about everything, because of course he would.
He'll trick everybody now.
Snake.
Next thing you know, people will be photoshopping Christian.
Oh my god. Josh Moon is spiritually cog. That's not factually accurate.
No.
That's not factually accurate. That's not factually accurate. What is the difference between you and Cog at this point? In fact, the similarities are about to get a lot deeper.
About everything, because of course he would, because he's a conniving fucking snake. So Jesse handed him on a silver platter in a way that you couldn't ask for better help from. Like if Ricada had paid this man to do this, it would make a lot of sense.
Right.
But no, Jesse just wanted to piss people off, or I guess just get eyes on his fucking podcast.
Oh, attention on my thing. Anyway, send Josh super chats.
I have the secret exclusive Ricada body cam footage videos. Please come watch my podcast.
Which, by the way, was a joke to make Kiwi farmers mad. It was you are the intended target of that entire joke. That was it. You guys were trying to get the body cam footage. When you're mad at a prank, when you're calling it a gay op, you're the victim of it. It means you're falling for it. And they did. They fell for it.
And then people watch it, and it's obviously AI generated. And
listen, Jesse, this is a legal matter. This is not the time for jokes and tomfoolery.
No. He says it was obviously AI generated. Well, it wasn't so obvious to everybody.
That's why they argued for hours about it, right?
I fell for it.
They were having a real tough time. Now, here's the key, though. Remember, I didn't AI generate anything. Citizen M trolled me with it.
Yep.
Like, if you want people to take you seriously, to advertise what you have to put out, and
I don't want people to take me seriously. Hello? Hello? Look! What do you think I am, a journalist? He saw that fucking thing where I interview Adam Lanza's ghost And he's like, I guess this is the news.
Mingle with you in any way, shape, or form.
And the
First of
news.
all, know what the fuck you're talking about. Second,
Bitch. There is one criticism that even Josh's biggest ass lickers have always said. Okay. And I don't watch Matt at the internet, so I just take this at face value. The few clips I've seen, though, seem to corroborate this. Every single person on earth says that every time Josh covers anything, even though he is just reading his forum where he has all of the information directly in front of him, he still manages to get most of the details wrong. This is, am I crazy? Is this not a known criticism of exactly this person? That he's always wrong about everything. Like tiny, insignificant details, sure, and whatever, who cares? But also huge ones, like gigantic ones. And I know because he's covered me and gotten stuff wrong. And I'm me, so I know if something's wrong. I'm the most me you can be.
He's just looking at it for the first time, so you can't, he's just giving it a look-see.
Yeah, they're saying in chat, it's 100% true. It's true every time. He gets tons of shit wrong. Listen to him one more time, then.
Is what you have to put out. And, mingle with you in any way, shape, or form. First of all, know what the fuck you're talking about. Second of all, don't lie about people's intentions. And third of all, if you're going to lie about people's intentions...
Oh, but if you are, which means he's making room for himself to do it.
Make sure that your intentions are honest. Because if you're a fucking...
My intentions.
Lying?
My intentions are not honest.
I'm up to no good.
At best, I hope you giggle. Okay? At best. When I started PodAWFUL, the original tagline for the show, ironically, was, "We will make you laugh. We might make you think." That was like meant to be, you're supposed to read it sarcastic. I was making fun of podcasts. PodAWFUL. It's in the name. So now
I am a journalist.
I had to remove this as the tagline because everyone took it serious. And this is a problem. I am the problem. I am the problem. Anytime I do anything like that, people take me serious. I don't know. What do I have to do? I'm wearing a fucking costume. What do I have to do? Put on clown makeup? I did that too with lights. I've got puppets.
I made a shitload of really bad decisions.
Nice.
So, what do I need to do to drive this point home to autistic people, to the 33%ers? They're not watching anyway. Who cares?
Liar, rat. Nobody wants to help you.
No, I need your help.
His podcast, by the way, I don't know if this is a joke or if he just wants attention. Like,
okay. We know. You don't know if it's a joke? We know. Which thing do you think he's about to talk about while saying that? What's the thing he doesn't know if it's a joke?
Oh, the brother.
Brother. Any other guesses? What are we thinking? Let's take some bets.
Getting a job.
Getting a job. It's getting a job. Well, let's look.
Nobody wants to help you. His podcast, by the way, I don't know if this.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse. You didn't put the /S at the end of your stream titles. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, buddy!
Felded.
Guys, this is a show. I'm pretending. Okay? Are we all cool with the pretend? Josh, it's a make-em-up. What you're about to be fooled by is an obvious joke. And again, he doesn't watch the show, so I don't even know how he knows about this. But
a joke, or if he just wants attention, like he always does. But he's saying that.
Who on the internet would want attention?
By the way, do does it seem like I'm doing the stuff you're supposed to do for attention? This is their criticism all the time is he's attention seeking, but then they always follow that up with that I'm doing it wrong for the attention, like I'm doing it the bad way for attention. Maybe I don't want your attention. Then they say I'm a clout chaser, but I make fun of all the people that could help me out. How do I get the clout from that? Is it possible? Just, I want you to think inside your little brains. Is it possible at all that I actually don't care about any of that stuff? That maybe I don't even have human intentions or desires. You can't even fathom the desires I have. If you're telling me you think I do this for attention, a thing that I honestly, whoa, the cow's here. Hello, Bessie? Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Oh.
Yeah, you, Chris.
It's an ice cube. Sorry.
Fucking Chris, man. Does it every time. Chris, do you know that when I go, like when I say your name, the way I'm like, Chris, do you know that I'm trying to specifically sound like a certain guitar riff Jerry Noto does? He does this one. That is him, but I only use that because it's the one that I've got on the soundboard. He did one for the Red Rooms. If you listen to the intro music for the Red Rooms, you will hear.
Yeah, I've just recently rewatched it.
All right, listen to it again. You'll hear the Chris. There's a guitar riff in there that he does where it's like Chris. You gotta listen. It's like the main riff from the thing. Anyway.
Shit, yeah.
Shout outs Jerry Noto.
Shout outs to Jerry Noto. We love Jerry Noto. So, what was I fucking talking about? These guys are idiots or some shit. Oh, I don't have. If you're telling me I want attention, you should. Number one, you should see me outside of the show. You can't. I'm on the moon. And I don't leave the awful drome. But if you theoretically did, I'm laying low. I don't want any attention at all. I'm the most I'm quiet. You wouldn't believe it. No, I'm trying to make funny shit happen so I can laugh. PODAWFUL is a fucking burden that I have. Because when I go on the internet, I don't have a PODAWFUL to watch. It's the only reason I do it. I have nothing to enjoy. So if I don't get out there and do this shit and make Kiwi farmers seethe, I have nothing to laugh at because no one else is doing it. It's just not the same. I can't watch 9 hours of Kino Casino talk about iDubbbz. It doesn't work for me. I don't get those kinds of laughs you guys get. I can't watch a guy drink himself to death for laughs. I'm just different. I was just built different that way. I don't know. I'm just strange in that way. This attention thing, this clout thing, this is the thought of someone who thinks that way. When you say that stuff, it means that's something you've had in your head. You think that's the way it works at the very least. You know how easy it is to get your attention in a positive way? If all I had to do was do that Cobra stream and go, rest in peace to the legend. He ruled. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad.
Yeah, cry before the dad. You would have been Jesus.
These guys would have all loved it. Because again, I was the first guy to it. It'd have more views as well. I was the first guy reporting on this. It's that simple. I already did this experiment. I did it at the beginning of the year. You think me doing the Ethan Ralph episodes and the Milo episodes and stuff, having Vito on and the Comics Gate shit, that's the slop. The shit you like is the slop. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. And I'm going to do it to you again, and you're going to fall for it again. Before this season's through, we're going full throttle slop tent mode again. By the way, non-tent, slop tent, Nobody talked about that before PodAwful. It's a thing I've been complaining about for fucking a decade. Okay?
Digital litter.
It's digital litter.
Brain rot.
It's
digital
not
litter.
even close. I know exactly what to do if I want your positive attention. Exactly. It's the easiest thing. You bring on a guest you've heard of, and then you pretend like you're cool with that. Oh, wow. Groundbreaking shit. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again. In fact, I'm doing it right now. You a Kiwi farmer?
Congratulations to Josh Moon.
You a Kiwi farmer and you're watching this right now and you don't normally watch PodAwful. In fact, you hate PodAwful. Gotcha. This is my slop tent. Gotcha. Enjoy. Enjoy. My goal is to make me laugh. You can either be in on the inside joke or you can be the punchline. And those are my rules. Okay? While you guys sit there and pretend to not touch the poo-poo while covered head to toe in straight up liquid shit, I'm going to be over here tee-hee-heeing with 5 other guys, and I'm good. And I'll be good forever on that because this is it. This is all the enjoyment I get out of the world. This is it. I got to do it. I don't want to do it. I want to go to sleep. I'm tired. I want to hang out.
You gotta go squart.
I want to hang out with my kids. I want to catch up on some Z's, and then I want to hang out with my kids for a long time. And just to be clear, when I say that, it means something different, Josh. So, flamenco, I mean. So, you know, I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They're going to think this is a lie. It's true. You can't say that. I was literally on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. When you go, how does he afford all this? It wasn't that. I lost. But I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And in order to get on the show, you have to tell them and impress them with your answer of what you will do with $1 million. And I spoke to one of the little coordinator girls who works with the contestants about this. And she said, well, what would you got to tell them, you got to like impress the producers. And I whispered to her and I was like, what if I told them that I would do nothing with it? And she was like, what do you mean? You'd like save it? And I was like, no, I would use it to do nothing for the rest of my life. I would never be seen again. With $1 million, I would just never be seen ever again. Is that a good enough answer? And she was like, do not say that. You will not get on the show. Don't do that. And then I had to go in front of the camera and lie to the producers and say, I'll use it to help my parents. My parents,
wink.
I want to buy my parents a house. I think I heard some guy in the military say on this show before or some shit. If I had my choice, I'd never interact with any of you. That's not you guys, I would. But you'd never, no Kiwi Farm, you'd never have to hear from me again. Do you hate PodAwful? You want me to go away? Give me $1 million. That's it. I'll disappear. Now, I say that you will never see me again. And I will never see you again. However, I will, on the sidelines, be using that $1 million to entertain myself. I will be using it for nefarious purposes on the internet to carry out harmful acts. Hectoring, harassing.
Infotainment of reality.
Haranguing, heckling will all be carried out. I will be paying TaskRabbits like thousands of dollars a day in order to make absolutely horrific shit happen.
Human internet slaves.
But until
Dump
then,
trucks full of slaw.
But until then, if I'm going to be asking people grassroots style to hinge for me, I got to put myself out there. It's the only way. It's the only way that works. I got to do this shit. I'm not sitting around talking about the biggest fucking things on the internet like a fucking gossipy woman loser. All you care about is like the guy you heard of before. That's not what I do. That's not what I'm interested in. It's got to be
not a Nancy boy.
It's got to be easy getting super chats and raising money and grifting off of a corpse by minting a coin. By the way, one day after Cobra's dead, and Josh Moon's like, I'm making a coin. I'm going to sell a coin. Oh, yeah, no, the money's going to go to his dad now that his dad cried. Yeah. Shite. So it's got to be easy, though, getting that money when it's this guy everybody's heard of. I'm talking about, you know, a retard that I found, and I don't want anyone else to know about him. King Cobra died because Lenny suggested that I make one of my guys public domain, that he needs the King Cobra treatment. Lenny, lesson learned?
Lesson learned.
Yeah, that's fucking right, buddy.
He has to get a job and stop doing the podcast as often because he can't get it up off the ground.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. He thinks I'm getting a job. Ah!
Well, there you go. There's my advice.
Not looking for it, guy who pretended to move to Eastern Europe as a single fat guy. Me take advice from you? Are you crazy? I'm baby voiced and canceled and can't find a woman and want to rape and kill my own mom. Buddy! I'm married, I have children, I'm doing fine. Everything's fine for me. What advice can I even
Listen, Josh,
glean?
Well, he can give you weight loss advice because he's halfway to being under 300 pounds.
God.
Oh, yeah, I actually happen to know something about that. And we'll get into that in just a second.
Laid out. Stop being a fucking dickhead. Stop punishing people for talking about you. Stop lying and stop getting shit wrong when it really matters, because people actually did like Cobes. And they didn't want him.
Okay, then you're a freak. You actually liked King Cobra. Weird. I mean, you can like him. You can like him. You can even want to be buddies with him. But you know what you're attempting to say there? Mm-mm. You can never fully be friends, for instance, with a guy with Down syndrome. Now, that might sound cruel. That might sound cruel. But it's like the same way where they'll say, like, you know, oh, there's a power dynamic in a boss-employee, you know, situation where, you know, the boss, if a boss tries to date their employee, it's always the employee is being taken advantage of, right? In the same way, you're normal and you're friends with a Down syndrome guy, that in your head at all times of the day, this isn't just your buddy, this is Down syndrome guy. You can't not do that. That's King Cobra.
To die. And that's the kind of shit that you can talk about and get wrong and be a fucking dickhead about that isn't like funny haha trolling. That's like how you alienate your own audience. Like there are people listening.
No, that's how I alienate your audience. Good.
Listening to you who like Cobes, who are not going to listen to you anymore.
Oh shit. Hey, Lenny, you like Cobra? You watch him all the time?
Yeah, I enjoyed him quite a bit.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I like this more.
Fuck. I guess everybody's tuning out now. Bye, guys. Literally every single person in the Discord was sitting around and watch King Cobra videos, and I would tune out. I would leave. And they're all still here. Everybody's still here. Guess what? Of course they are. I've got no competition now. King Cobra's dead. He's not going live again. You have two choices. You can either watch a grave, or you can watch the other guy that looks like this.
Because you're a fucking dickhead.
There can be only one.
By the way, on a personal note, since I'm giving you advice.
Oh, great.
Shave your fucking head. I don't know what it is about grown men and long hair, but you look like a Nancy boy. And if I wasn't on YouTube, I'd have other words for it. But,
oh, a faggot? You mean a faggot?
You know who else has long hair and sunglasses? They live.
Yes. Dick Masterson, the guy that used to pay your bills. Isn't it funny that you never said anything about him having long hair? Nobody does, by the way. What is that? The dude who least should have long hair. It's not even part of his thing. Like, when you look, every profile picture of his is him from when he had a shaved head. He's still hanging on to the old Dr. Phil version of his character with the sunglasses and shaved head. These are not sunglasses. I cannot fucking see without my glasses. I would never wear glasses if I didn't need them to see. So what you're really mad about is that they are a color. What are you? A bull? What kind of lizard brain does it take to be angry that I look like the guy that you're crying about me making fun of? Hello? King Cobra also did this. Let me guess, it wasn't a problem because he sang to you? What are you, a Nancy boy?
Wearing doors. Digibro, for one.
Well, Digibro did invent having hair and glasses. Yeah.
Digibro has long hair and glasses.
It is odd that your first thought would be the trans guy you're friends with, but okay.
Glasses he wears indoors. Styx Hexenhammer has...
Styx Hexenhammer is successful, by the way. Say what you want about him. I don't really know anything about him. I've never watched any of his stuff, but he's got like a pretty big following, right?
He's more of a pirate now than anything else.
He makes money. It's his living.
This is spiritually bald. You are mentally maulding. You are mimetically maulding by saying shit like this. Do you know how much I love having long hair? Because I get to hear the mentally bald cry about it. Here's the thing. I have been able to, with a 90% success rate, predict that someone is bald based on their comments about my hair. You again, much like the sorry for your loss cow, you reply to a guy saying something about me having long hair with, you sound bald. You'll never believe the responses on. Yeah, I might be bald. Well, bald actually means I've got testosterone and these fucking copes, man. That shit about the bald testosterone thing. That came out in like 2014. 2014, bald dudes with beards started going, actually, it's from testosterone, and they started celebrating in the streets. We're actually the manliest men. It's like, I would like to see some tests done. I need to see some paperwork on this. I bet you that shit's not true. Or it means like somehow you're even more trans or something. I mean, by the way, being bald is one of the steps into being trans. That like, it's never a long, it's never a long hair guy who transes. That's like almost never the case. It's always like a bald dude who needs to start wearing a wig and hiding it. That does it.
Yeah.
Here,
be a hack guy.
I'm gonna. I'd love to just be a hat guy so I could calm everyone's tempers so they didn't have to see. I'm sorry, I'm not hot enough for you. Guy who doesn't even watch the show. Why is this an issue? I'll never understand it, but I do love it. I've had long hair my entire life. It's never once bothered me. When I was a little kid, yeah, of course, I got the, from somebody, an adult sees me from behind, miss, little girl sort of thing. Never meant anything to me. Did not give a shit. I have long hair because I don't give a fuck. When you take the internet serious, when the internet is serious business, it's because you're giving too much of a fuck. When you start taking my hair serious, you're giving way too much of a fuck. I have always felt like it feels to me as a lazy, shitty retard who doesn't even brush his fucking teeth. It seems to me that the actual gay guy is the one sitting there fucking styling his hair and going to get it cut every few weeks. You know who likes to spend a lot of time at the salon? Women. You're sitting there. What are you brushing your hair back? By the way, every fucking photo of Josh Moon, he's like this unkempt guy with long, greasy hair. Not as long as mine, but his hair is unkempt and long and greasy. Oh, so you figured out shaving it once? You managed to pull yourself out of your hovel and go to the barber one time? I bet you he's the type of guy who bought a Flowbee. I guarantee.
I'm gonna look like George Clooney.
Something. I don't know. I don't do anything with my hair because I don't care. I cut it myself. I literally take scissors and go and just cut it off myself. And I do that when I get too hot, and that's it. I have cut my hair pretty short. Long time ago. I had it like probably all the way to here, and more of an accident than anything. It's like, it feels creepy to me at this point. When you've had long, luscious, flowing, beautiful, perfectly white hair, and by that I mean straight. This is another thing they can't get over, is they've never seen a white person before. They've never seen straight hair. They think I'm ironing it. Find one photo of me with curly hair. It can't be done. So, sorry, Jewish people, but stop complaining. Everybody's Jewish on the internet except me. When you've gone this long with having this type of hair, like, feeling the wind on your neck is a psychotic experience.
Like a ghost.
It is. Dirk, you're mentally, spiritually, and physically bald. I know you have no clue what I'm talking about. Dirk, come on camera.
I know.
Come on,
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just toss that up real quick. We got to show Dirk here so that people understand what. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, all the light right on the dome there.
Yeah, blow that out.
There we go.
Hard
really blind to the people at home.
All right, take a look. Take a look at my Dirk friend. He's the only one I got. By the way, the Red Room shirt, awful.tech, an amazing product.
Nice.
There's me right here.
There's you right there. So now Dirk, now look at Dirk. Every single time you ever see someone say anything about my hair, this is what they look like. Okay. Does that look healthy to you in any way? I know I look like this. Does this look okay? Or does this look... if you saw this climb out of a sewer, you would be like, yeah.
If you saw this man
see him fight
toenails,
Batman,
you'd scream.
I say, where's your yarmulke?
What'd you say? What'd you say, Lenny? Say that again.
I said, if you saw this man's lack of toenails, you'd scream.
Look at this dummy. I'm tired of everyone trying to be Howard Stern. Okay, save that energy for Cobra's funeral. Howard Stern wore black sunglasses for like a year, and now this is Howard Stern. I've never listened to Howard Stern. When people say the Howard Stern, here's what I hear. Every guy I get compared to, all I hear is, I like this guy. It's a weird thing to say. The people who say Ozzy like Ozzy, the people who say John Lennon like the Beatles, the people who say Howard Stern listened to Howard Stern probably a little too long, I would say. Probably up until his gay years. Yeah, that's not a thing. There's like 50 dudes who look like this. Are they all trying to be Howard Stern, including the ones that predate him? Or this is just a type of guy, and you have to get ready for that in your life. I'm not the
curly hair.
I'm not the last one you're even going to see. Me, Cobra, Howard Stern, Les Claypool. We're all the same. We accidentally arrived to this. There's also Dirks. You've got Dirks of the earth. Yeah. You have a Dirk of the earth. Now, Dirk, you can't even imagine this. I don't ever feel the wind on the back of my neck. You can't even picture that.
No, I can't.
You're from just outside the Windy City.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Perry Caravello, Windy City Heat, Perry Caravello, horror cow, law cow to horror cow. I don't watch Perry Caravello. Obsessed with Perry Caravello for 20 years. Best podcast ever. Big 3 podcast. You cannot pay me to watch a Perry Caravello stream now. Horror cow, an abused elderly man. I don't like it. Fuck that shit. Anyway, if I've almost never put my hair up into a ponytail. Like, what's the point of having fucking long hair if I'm having to sit there and maintain it and do stuff? So the rare time I do, or the rare time it gets cut too short, I feel that wind on the back of my neck. You know what that's like? That's like a guy grabbing you by the back of your neck and making you. He's making you.
What's the polite way of saying it?
At guac guac. You're being made every time that happens, which means the spiritually bald, the mentally bald, the physically bald, you guys are walking around all day long, guacking it. Okay? Being made by the wind. Now, I don't like this. I feel terrible.
I don't like it either.
I've talked to you about this, Dirk. I feel terrible about this for you and for all these guys. I have a true empathy in my heart for the bald, including the mentally bald like Josh Moon. It's like, I always describe it as people, when you see a bald guy, or when you can detect that a guy is mentally bald, what that feeling is you can see that this guy has no control over even the most minor parts of his life. His life is in a
tweet.
His life is in a constant tailspin, and there's no pulling up from it. It's over. And Dirk, you went bald at what age?
18.
18. Oof. And loving it?
Yeah.
Sex?
Loving it. Yes, please.
Thank you. So you were 8. Imagine that. Imagine that to my fellow locksmiths out there. Locksmiths. To my fellow men with power, with Samson-like power. Okay. Imagine that for a second. Really put your feet into the fucking probably sandals of a bald guy. And walk,
definitely a hat.
Walk a mile in his hat. Imagine 18 years old and your life ends, and then the rest of your life is you walking around as this living corpse, just shambling about from place to place, from journey.
It's got nothing to do with the hair.
I'm invested in a hair system. That's what I'm doing.
I told
if that happened to me.
I told Kelsey this earlier today. I said, and it's going to listen. It comes for us all. It's going to come for me. You don't get to get away with this for this long and not get karmic retribution for it. Obviously, the day I start going bald is the day I become a ping tuber like Josh Moon. And here's the other thing.
I get it.
Everybody's making fun of these. What are they called? What's the female avatar one? VTubers.
VTubers. Yeah.
Everybody's making fun of these VTubers because they're guys. Well, they're bald guys. I need you to understand they're bald guys. Even if they're not bald. If you refuse to show yourself on fat, what? Because you're fat online, you won't show yourself? That's every guy on the internet is fucking fat. That's nothing. You see a fat
and
guy.
Most of the women.
It's everybody. Yeah, well, there are no women online. Well, there's no such thing as a woman online. Girl means guy in real life. So there are no girls. What are you reaching for, Dirk? Are you reaching?
I'm just fixing the curtain.
He's reaching! So
stop resisting, Dirk.
I look at a guy like Dirk or a guy like Josh Moon, who's spiritually bald, and my heart fucking breaks for them. And while Josh Moon is not as powdery as Dirk, he suffered from a different thing. And he won't come on camera because he is a fat guy, which makes no sense to me.
That's crazy.
You're allowed to be on camera as a fat guy on the internet. Have you seen internet
Nicholas
people?
D'Oreos.
Well, he doesn't come on camera anymore either after people saw him. He's a ping tube guy. He's got a little cartoon man version of himself. But Josh Moon has revealed to me privately, secretly, that something so embarrassing, something so off the wall, a phrase I've never heard before in my entire human life. He said something to me in the DMs today that you just cannot take back. And the first thought I had when he said it, I thought of you, Dirk. I thought of you going bald at 18. Because here's the thing. You going bald at 8, when a guy says he went bald at whatever age, he really started going bald 10 years before that. Dirk was a bald child. He doesn't know it. Your hair didn't all fall out one day. You started Norwooding or crowning or whatever it is, and it was falling out, and you just didn't know it. 18's the day you knew it. Okay? That's the day you knew it. So really, you grew up bald. That's
pretty much, yeah.
That's straight up psycho. Josh Moon grew up corpulent. Every day of his life was a fat day. To this day, he's never experienced a thin day. Now, I've been fat. I've
always
been thin.
been Fat Tuesday.
I've yo-yoed back and forth. You guys have seen me over the years. You've watched me yo and yo. Okay? None of it looks good, by the way. but you've seen it. And I've done everything. He's never even experienced one time a thin man's life. We're going to get into it. All right, Dirk, thank you so much for being my shining example here.
You're beautiful, Dirk.
Yeah.
Thank
you, fellow bald man.
Emotionally beautiful.
You're welcome.
Has really long hair.
Squeaky, squeaky.
All right, let's just let this play out, and then we'll get to the last thing.
This is indoors. And Razor Fist, or Razor Fist, has sunglasses.
I fucking forgot because we went on so many tangents. I fucking forgot. Remember when he was talking about how I ruined the Nick Rekieta thing? I completely forgot.
You forgot.
I forgot to play this. I was supposed to play this at the end of that. So he said that one of my sins and one of the unfunny things I did was I ruined the Nick Rekieta thing. Here he is saying that me doing the AI Nick Rekieta thing actually made it possible that they might get the footage.
House, and that also led to further confusion. Oh, and statements that Rekieta had made, such as the sheriff lied in order to get his children taken away by saying that there was some dust on the vents, and therefore the dust on the vents.
So right now he's going through different things that make it so that this is a matter of public interest. He's arguing for what would make this a matter of public interest that could get them access.
And his whole house was filthy. So it's like, which is it? Did the sheriff lie to get his kids taken away by saying that his house was messy and unlivable and uninhabitable because there was some dust on the vents? Or was there actual trash in the house? There's a genuine public interest in knowing what the fuck is happening in the legal system. And we're going to get it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, wait. Somehow that... Wait, hang on. It's before that.
I think you started
and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I did. I don't know how that happened since I had it on the right time code originally.
Misconduct by the sheriff's department, by conspiracy against him, and so on and so forth.
Hang on a second. Let me reload it. We got to play this because...
It's fucking evidence, so he has no right to complain. And then also probably, I would imagine, that he asserts other justifications, such as the rumors that Rekieta had started in regards to evidence being planted and to misconduct by the sheriff's department, by conspiracy against him, and so on and so forth. And then also confusing things like Jesse, by
the way, Jesse, how do I explain who this is?
Published like a bunch.
He's terrified. Don't clip me. Do not clip me.
Of AI generated fake photos of the house. And that also led to further confusion. Oh, and statements that...
So that's him saying that this could help the case. Then he had to flip it back to, actually, I fucked things up. No. You fucked it up. You just didn't get the footage. And you were never going to. And you never will. I'll tell you what really fucked it up, actually. And I said this at the time. I called this back then. Releasing the written note, having that woman go and take notes on it all, that fucked it up. That's what fucked it up. Making a spectacle of it before you actually got to make a spectacle of it. You just couldn't wait. You couldn't take a little loss. You had to win every little battle. Well, guess what? You lost the fucking war. Where's the footage? Where is it? You think I did that with a fucking AI? I thought you guys didn't fall for it. Who's falling for it? So there he is. That's the proof that he used to think otherwise on that. But now he needs a convenient excuse to poison the well.
Where's indoors?
He knows his audience would be mad. Who made it so that you can't get the Ricada footage? It was Jesse. And they all grabbed their pitchforks.
And really long hair. It seems like there's a
and really long hair. That sounds really silly coming back to that, huh?
Special phenotype of person that is inherently unattractive to most people that you're trying to fit into for some reason.
Yes.
So cut your fucking hair.
You know who it is attractive to? My wife. King of the castle. I'm not kidding. I one time said to my wife, I was like, what if I just cut my hair? Like as a joke for the show. What if I just cut off all my hair? I just shave my head bald. I go bald. Which would be like horrific, by the way. But she was like, no. I like it long.
I don't think I could handle that.
Nobody could handle that. But she was like, no, I like it long. She likes it. I don't know. Hey, not to give you any advice here, buddy. I mean, you've been doing, where did you even come from? Josh, who again? But, who'd you come from? Your mom? Gross. Anyway, that whore.
You came from a pussy? Disgusting.
Yucky. Yeah, I'll take advice from you. Like, I've seen Josh openly and actively whine and complain that he'll never have a wife or children. Okay, spiritually bald guy, I'm not going to really need your advice on aesthetics. All right? It seems to not be working for you. Maybe you should grow your hair out, see what happens.
I don't understand. Oh, moist critical. But he doesn't wear this.
Oh, moist critical.
Sunglasses indoors. So you're talking about the level of...
No, you're talking about long hair. Moist critical, a guy that probably gets women, gets pussy. He's like 2 feet tall, by the way. And he gets pussy. Mm-hmm. It's like, it should be impossible. Moist critical looks insane. He looks like Wooly Willy. His fucking eyebrows and beard look like they were magnetically placed on using iron ore. And he's literally one of the shortest human beings I've ever seen. He's the only guy shorter than Wang.
Not looking like a Nancy boy. Unfortunately for you, Moist critical is a little bit less Nancy than Jesse. I don't know. Maybe you get more viewers.
Voice cracking really sells it.
Yeah, my voice dropped actually the second I let my hair grow 1 more inch. Every time I cut it, I start going up here.
The whole I'm gonna put my fucking face.
I call it, when I cut my hair, I call it being a castrato.
On the that's another thing. Criticizes me for I don't put my.
Oh, I like this part.
I respect the whole I'm gonna put my fucking face on the. That's another thing. Criticizes me for I don't put my face on the camera. God knows why. I in particular would not want to jeopardize my own privacy.
Your private people. There's photos. We know what you look like. Your privacy. You should have kept the hammerhead shark eyes private. If you're going to keep them private, we know.
But I'm too much of a coward to show my own face. So
Yes. Thank you for saying it. Yes. And that's going to be important here in a second.
That's where you're showing your own face. But if you're going to show your own face, try not to look like a Nancy boy.
Cut your hair, hippie. Every person who says that never spells hippie right. It's crazy.
I think that's a point in your favor.
How old are you that you think hippies exist?
Okay. Yeah, it is. It's like a school shooter thing.
What?
That's a cool look, though.
Okay, number 1, big fan, thanks. But number 2, which school shooter looked like this? Why is it that in the long list of Howard Sterns and John Lennons and Ozzy Osbournes, I never hear a specific shooter's name? Who's rootin' tootin' looking like this?
Not that I can talk about that on YouTube, but it is. It's like, oh, I want to look like Dylan. Like, okay.
Klebold?
I don't think Dylan had a beard.
What is he talking? He didn't have long hair. What is he talking about? They're just they're doing the thing. Okay, so they imagine me with a famous pipe and a fucking Cat in the Hat hat, And then they imagine rootin' tootin' Klebold, you know, Wrath, they call him. They imagine him with glasses and long hair, or what's no, they had a trench coat. Oh, did you think this was a trench coat?
Cool. I hope that helps, Jesse.
I hear that school shooter thing all the time. I've never heard one example of anybody that ever looked like this. Buddy, I seem to recall you being on a forum with a bunch of people who now tend to root and toot and shoot. Let's say it's some Christian schools, some Catholic schools and stuff. Seem to be very into them. I know you act like you really hate them now, but there was a time where you were sort of... Oh, was that it? There we go.
No.
Now, it's interesting that it cuts off right there, because my clip did not cut off right there. And you'll recall this clip began with...
Sent to Dick Masterson.
Dick Masterson. What's the part he didn't play from this? What's the one criticism I had that he didn't mention in all of this? Well, of course, it was that he didn't talk shit about Dick Masterson when he was being paid by Dick Masterson. So how funny is it that he ends this whole rant about a guy with long hair, but then he's got to run away from the DQ, the dick question.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PODAWFUL.pizza.
Pizza.
PODAWFUL.pizza.
Josh's DMs in 2 seconds.
Can you say PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet?
Perry Caravello Live is the best show on the internet.
How about this? Snap to, sit up straight, and say, hey, I'm Perry Caravello, and I think PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet.
Look, all right, I'll be nice and I'll say I think PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet. But I really think my show's the best show on the internet. But when I snap out of this bunk, is when my show's the best show on the internet.
Nah, not tonight. Far from the best show tonight.
Not tonight. Exactly. Tonight, no good.
All right, we've cleared out a little bit of the riffraff, and now they're going to miss the best part of the show. They always
Yippee-ki-yay. Hell yeah. They had to go sleep time.
They wouldn't like it anyway. They would not enjoy what's about to come here. Where I'm going to go into my DMs that I got from Josh in 2 seconds here. Real quick, though, the chat room saying, yeah, not even close to Klebold. Dylan Roof, but he had a bowl cut. Yeah, he had a bowl cut. And also not the glasses. I never know, are they talking about the hair, the glasses, both of them? Jesus had long hair, someone says. Some say the worst school shooter of them all, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Most, you know what? More of a shul shooter. Shul scooter. Fuck.
Scuba Duva.
Anyway, PODAWFUL.pizza. We're not going to do an awful or a pod after show tonight. Sorry about that, but we are having a primo episode this week, and guess what? We're bringing back Mersh.
Oh.
PODAWFUL1.
It's time.
It's Mersh week.
Gay hands. So, yeah, it's time. He's on the come up. He's as high up as they go, and also he's about to crash again on his own. Like he's traveling to different states to get gas station drugs and stuff. So we better get in while the getting's good. I've got something on Mersh nobody's got. We've got,
as always,
of course, we've got something so insane on merch. I cannot believe it. You'll find out, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. I don't know what day we're doing the show, but it'll be this week. PodAwful.pizza. Sign up for the pizza fund. And again, we are putting the old episodes back up. Everything's going to be back up. If you have merch in Satan's service, please hit me up. So after I said that the last time, I saw someone in chat go, Jesse, put that one back on the site. I want to see it. Hello, I don't have it. Do people understand the words I'm saying? I really don't think they do. So anyway, brand new merch content this week, pizza fund only. And I might just paywall all merch episodes from now on.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Your career's gonna dive off a cliff.
No, that's the stuff that people sign up for. Is the merch sign? People sign up every time. I need people to sign back up to the pizza fund. It's been a few months of absolute terror while the episodes have been going down. I do need help putting episodes back on the site. So if someone wants basically access to the entire archive of Pod Awful, you'll have that. If you're willing to help me put stuff back on the site.
I can throw in some hours on that.
All right. Well, then we will get on that.
I'm not saying I'll be like, I don't know how much
anything,
it is. But
anything is help. Anything is help. It's so, because again, 16 years of content needs to go onto the site. So I'm looking to, my hope is
I know how to upload.
It's very easy now, but my hope is to, at the very least, get the past 2 seasons fully back intact on the site, like focus on that first and then get all the old shit up there, and all reorganized and properly titled and tagged and everything. Just I want to go through and get everything done on that. But when I'm doing that stuff, I can't do shows. It can't be both. I don't have the time to do both of those things. So podawful.pizza, the content is coming back. Some guy, I'm sorry, I lost your email. So it went to my spam folder and I accidentally deleted it. And so now I can't reply to this guy. Some guy replied or sent me an email about the pizza fund and said, hey, Jesse, and I'm really not trying to be a dick about this, but he was like, hey, Jesse, I did a misclick and signed up for the $20 level when I meant to sign up for the 12. I didn't mean to, like, I'm not trying to be, you know, an asshole by saying this, but, you know, you don't have anything on the website right now. He would have been fine with the misclick if there was shit on the website. Well, guess what, buddy? There's shit on the website, so I'm not refunding you. And also, I'm not refunding you because I checked the logs and I saw, and again, I don't remember what your account is now, but when I read the email, I checked and I saw that you had watched what is on the site in the $20 level. So I think we're even Stevens on this. To that guy, whoever you were, lost your email entirely, but you're good, and we're putting the fucking shit back on there. So just be cool, all right? Just a little extra cash. You're fine. So everybody, sign up. PodAwful.pizza. We're back, baby. And very soon, PodAwful World War She-Man. Okay? It's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Very soon.
Hell yeah.
Very soon. That is coming. I basically, I want to get as much content back on the site first, and then we'll do the World War. Okay. Any other house cleaning sort of, what do they call it on
housekeeping?
Housekeeping. Yeah. That's what Flecka's calls it. Housekeeping. Yeah. Oh, awful.tech. Buy merch, buy hats, buy shirts. New stuff coming soon. Awful.tech is our merch website.
Buy all the capsules.
All right. So again, wasn't going to do this episode. Here's the reason it's happening. Here's the reason I've just wasted all your time on that first video. This is not a joke. This is not fake. You cannot tell me this is fake. Here is Josh Moon's actual Twitter account. Here it is. I'm clicking through. This is the live fucking page for it. Okay. Oh no. You now know who I DM. Screenshot that. So this is his real Twitter account. This is all legit on here. You can see this is the real fucking deal. Okay. He sent me this DM out of nowhere today. Now, his talking about me was what, last week? It was days ago. I haven't said anything about it except I did tweet out. And again, I do all this thinking there's no way this will work. There's no way he's going to respond to this. I did tweet out without tagging him at all, and I don't follow Josh, nothing. I said, I will cut my hair if Josh Moon loses 20 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I was so sure he couldn't do 20 that I was willing to make it that low. I could have said 50. I could have said anything. 20 pounds is all it takes. Ripped by August, okay? I say this. Apparently, this got to him. Apparently, he was pretty upset about this. Look, oh, wow, people are tuning out now that I'm doing it. They're scared of what they're about to see. They just saw that this is going to be real, and they don't want to know. They're putting their heads in the sand. This is about to be so embarrassing.
Josh has a history with his weight.
There goes another 18. You know what? Okay, 18 more people just left all at once. I tell you what, I'm going to give you all the... Here's the time. Here's your time now. I'm about to show it. You don't want to see it. I'm about to show it. There is no coming back from what I'm about to show you. Okay? You're a lol cow.
Don't delete this, Josh.
You're a lol cow permanently hang on a second. You're a lol cow permanently if you do or say anything like this. If anyone else ever attempted saying something like this to another man, it would be front page Kiwi Farms news. You cannot lie or pretend that this is not the case. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I see. Sorry. I just saw a message from what I thought was Mersh, but it was a fake account. You cannot lie or this is, now I got to click through again so you can see that I'm not faking this because I took it off screen. Here you go. This is real. You cannot lie or come back from this ever. Every single thing that anybody says about this, where they say this is nothing, this is no big deal, this is a nothing burger, is cope. You can't convince me otherwise. We're about to lose it over this, all right? And if you aren't constantly making fun of Josh Moon for this, after this point, you are a simp. So I told him lose 20 pounds. He messaged me out of nowhere. Did not tag him. Did not talk to him first. He says, I am down 58 pounds since February 11th, 2025. Now, you guys kind of mentioned that earlier, so I guess this is like public. Now, this is something he talks about. I didn't know this.
All he talks about is his weight loss or weight loss journey. It's so fucking annoying.
Now, hasn't he been challenged before?
By PPP, actually.
Okay. And he posted stuff about him on the scale and stuff when that happened, right? I saw pictures and video.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you could see him in the reflection of his scale and everything. His scale was on a Bosnian newspaper. So it was a newspaper from Herzegovina or something that he bought off of eBay to fool people. Okay, so he sends that to me unprompted. That alone is enough for me to die laughing. Oh, cool. Oh, you lost weight? Wow. You're down 58 pounds since February. Okay. Well, how many pounds you down since I tweeted out that I will cut my hair if you lose 20? By the way, 58 pounds for like a big bizarro fatso is nothing. Like that's
that's a day of not eating.
Water weight.
He could
be normal for a couple of weeks.
You can start plateauing after the guy in the chat's like, cut your hair. He's dying because we're about to do this. Let's build it up a little bit more, actually. Okay, let's
really savor those words.
Let's really drag this out because this is about to get psycho. So he says, I have at least 20 more to go. Oh, convenient. Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's good. Okay. And then I also want to bring up one other thing here.
He's got it marked off in his mirror. He's got little Sharpie marks on his mirror to see where his gut's gonna move upwards away.
Now, for me, I feel like it's crazy that he feels like he needs to tell me this, right? This is just straight up.
Yes.
This alone is lol cow behavior. Because, like, I'm not. If I say I'll cut my hair if you lose 20 pounds, I'm not serious. I will do it. I will enter into this agreement and honor it. But I was like doing a joke. I was trying to make you feel bad. You said you talk shit about me, so I just said you're fat is basically what happened. And you're like,
well, and I think
actually,
the big marker is that he privately DM'd it to you instead of quote tweeting you and being like, "Oh yeah, Jesse," like to everybody.
Because he can't share Pod Awful. He's scared. I'll screenshot it. By the way, I screenshotted all of this. So you can't delete this. I have it all. It's all there forever. Okay. So he says, I'm just letting you know that I've lost 2 pounds a week every week for 29 weeks in a row. Okay, what do you want? A cookie? Because I'll gladly give you one. So if you'd like to cut your hair by the end of the year, let me know. All right, so he's doing the math on when I owe him a haircut because he's planning out when he will be 20 pounds thinner. Now, I like this. I like it for 2 reasons. One, this man is now prostrating himself to me. He's genuflecting to me. But number 2, oh, everybody tuned back in. Isn't that psycho? I guess you got to get your screenshots now. Number 2, we're not there yet, by the way. This is the soft beginning of this. Number 2, I like this because, yeah, you know what? I'm up for that challenge. Let's do it. I'm serious. Yeah, okay, for sure. So I said, okay, cool. Send over the pics. Reasonable request, right? Like, I need to see you fat and then you 20 pounds thinner.
Yeah.
Totally.
Without a shirt on.
Well, spinning around, you know.
Holding up your old big pants.
Lifting up, spreading, legs behind your head, butterfly style, spread eagle, everything. I want to see you sitting on a fucking bidet eating a Reuben. So I said, okay, cool. Send over the pics. Now, I wasn't joking when I said that. He says, of what? The scale? And so in my head, I'm like, I mean, that's better than nothing, I guess. I said the before and after. And then when he said the scale thing, I was like, what does that remind me of? Well, ladies and gentlemen, COG, the internet's COG, just posted this the other day. So I sent this to Josh. It's been a good month losing weight. And he says, I've definitely had cheat days. And he took a bunch of pictures of him standing on a scale, but you don't see anything. Now, the craziest part of this is, now remember, Josh is mentally COG. Pardon me, sir, that's not factually accurate. Now he wants to try to get away with weight loss COG style. Now, you can't see it, but here's the weights in these pictures. 103 pounds. Well, there's no way. Wait, 103 pounds. That's got to be kilograms?
This is pounds or stones.
Kilograms, yeah.
Over there.
Probably kilos.
Whatever. Okay, yeah, because that doesn't make sense. That's like a little petite
100's
woman.
like 220.
Yeah, that would be a beautiful little petite flamenco style woman. So this one says 103. The next one says 102. Then the next one says 101. And the next one after that says 99. I'm sorry, COG. That's a nice shit. Okay? You took a nice shit. And I think that might literally be the case because these photos all look like they were you had the same socks on every day. What amount of progress is supposed to be happening here? He's got the same socks on in every picture. You
on a single pair of COG socks. And
I don't think this is different. Like he just owns a bunch of the same brand. Like the word, whatever this says, hug or whatever it says on it.
Probably Hugo.
It's
Hugo Boss.
Oh, Hugo. It's like in the same spot on his feet every time. And here's the kicker of all of this. I happen to own this exact scale. I mean, this exact scale. I've got this. And this thing is useless. All right. Other than being able to tell, like, maybe within a 5-pound range of difference or more, you can step on this thing and then shift your weight slightly and step on it again. And it's 2 totally different readings on it. Absolute these glass scales that you can see through, absolute garbage. So I literally believe he took all these photos at the exact same time and then just got on and got off again. Now, I send this to him because then I'm realizing, like, well, wait a second. If you just send me a picture of the scale, you could be like holding on to something and, you know, taking your weight off of it or whatever. I do need to see you. So then he sends me this. He is doing nerd Excel spreadsheets on how to lose weight. And he's saving all of this. And then he's sending me the proof. This, by the way, he thinks this is good enough for me to cut my hair over. Wow. He thinks that
He
this
got
is
that shit off Google.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Here's my proof. I cut my hair. It's a drawing my kid did in crayon where it says 1 inch on it. Okay. What the fuck is this? So he's got basil. That's not. He's spelling basil wrong, by the way.
Yes.
That's BASAL, Josh. So he's eating basil to try to lose weight. Basal metabolic rate.
Yummy.
2,181. What's your parsley metabolic rate, by the way? Do we have any oregano in there? Desired deficit, 7,000. Okay. Off goal.
7,000 what?
500 calories. This is obviously calories.
Well, it could be something else.
It's calories. No. Well, you're right. Desired 7,000. It can't be, right? Yeah, you're right.
Maybe for a week?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Not for a day. Yeah,
not for a day. Off goal 500. And by the way, I didn't even read. He sent me this shit, and I'm like, my eyes glazed. I'm like, what is this? What is this nerd fucking shit? I'm not reading this.
Homework?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That could be a deficit if he's eating 10,000 calories a day normally.
He probably was. Well, you know, it came out not that long ago. He was drinking a gallon of soda a day. Like, I know I know I'm Mr. Dr. Pepper. What he was drinking a gallon of diet Mountain Dew.
That's worse.
Every day. I just need to be clear. I don't do that. Okay.
Yummy.
How many cans are in a gallon?
An entire 12-pack?
Okay, good. Then I'm not doing that a day. All right, so he says, all right, so this is what he's claiming here. He's claiming his starting weight, was 270 pounds. Now, isn't that odd? Because that is the exact same weight that Ethan Ralph claimed he was at when he started, was in that ballpark, 271 maybe, 76 somewhere. Mersh said 270. They're all it's never 300. Santa Cruz Joker said he was 270. And then he started saying he was 220. You remember that? He was like, at my heaviest, I was 270. It's like, we can see you. You're over 300 pounds. So he said he gives himself an anticipated weight. Oh, that's cute. Anticipated weight, 253. Final weight, 256. So he didn't hit his goal, I guess that's his goal then, and then he doesn't hit it. He says, I didn't take a picture of the scale before I started because I didn't intend to discuss it. You guys are saying he discusses, this is all he talks about.
Yeah, I swear. Yeah.
I literally just put a clip today in his thread about him talking about his weight loss like yesterday.
Of course. So he says, but I have an old photo of a scale from years ago to indicate my starting point. Here's screen caps from my Excel sheets where I counted calories. No thanks.
You loser.
You.
I'm looking at my sheets.
That's insane.
You fucking dork. Why are you proving this to me? Where did I even come from?
Well, two big things, right? You
Okay,
send me your
number one,
homework.
Josh Moon. Sorry.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
No, so you send the homework. Okay, so if it's real, embarrassing. Okay. Also, I'm never going to believe you anyway.
No.
I mean, like, so both of those are true at the same time.
you
Who
can't-
cares? You're a retard.
You can't trust morbidly obese people. They are liars by nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Peggy, you're morbidly obese.
Oh yeah, giant guy.
You cannot, and I don't mean this as an insult. I just mean this as a fact of life. You cannot, as a morbidly obese guy, tell the truth about how much you eat. You can't tell the truth about how much you snack, what you eat.
No, it hurts you.
That you ate cake out of the garbage one day. These are not possible things for fat people to do. You cannot, as much as he was talking about me being a liar, the second you're breaking, well, see, here's the thing. I don't know how tall he is, although I do ask him in a second here. But this, let's say you're, what's average height for a guy? 5'9",
5'10",
5'10",
5'9" or 5'10".
So 5'10". The second you hit over I'm going to be very generous and say 230 as a guy that height, you're in the camp of permanent liar until you're thin again about everything. 'Cause you cannot be trusted. And by the way, that's also true of bald guys. Bald guys are liars until they reveal their balddom to you.
True, yes.
If a guy's wearing a toupee, if he's got a hair system, if he's got plugs, that's a liar. And they need to be shunned from society. So obviously I'm not going to fucking believe your gay little things. But the fact that you're showing this to me because of a joke.
Madness.
Now, maybe I'm taking this the wrong way. Maybe Josh is actually looking for a friend here and he actually wants to be buddies. And for that, I apologize for everything I'm about to say and do. I'm so happy for your weight loss journey, but none of this counts because I need you to lose 20 pounds from now. Okay? So you haven't done any work here. So then look at this shit.
Dude.
Look at this shit. So now
I'm clocking into work today.
He's got somebody in chat says, just drink water. Yeah. Kelsey said earlier today, she was like, you don't do all this if you really want to lose weight. You just don't eat. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Just eat less. So here he is clocking in his calories, his budget remainder, his budget leftover. If it's not a computer calculation equation for him, he can't do it. He needs it he literally needs everything spelled out for him. This is why he doesn't understand jokes. This is why nothing is funny to him. He needs it spelled out for him. It's like, how do you go through life this autistic? Every single time I've ever gone to actively try to lose weight, it's just, I literally just eat less, don't drink soda. That's it. Move a little bit more. Also,
how do you expect a mother to love a kid like this?
Well, exactly. Also, you're doing all this and all you're getting out of it is 2 pounds a week. If you're going into, you might as well be sitting there with Bunsen burners and beakers and graduated cylinders and one of those loopy things that the colored liquid's going through. You're doing this much diet science and all you get out of that is 2 pounds a week. You're not doing good. I one time lost 20 pounds in a week. That's why I thought it was funny to dare him 20. Because I'm like, oh shit, I'd have to cut my hair at the end of the week for that. He's got he misspelled basal metabolic rate. All this stuff.
He's too fat. He can't help himself.
So I'm not going to look at this. I don't know what it means. He says that's in March. So that's the first month he lost weight. He said he started in February. Then April. We got another one. Oh, he's writing down the name of every food he eats. Let's go over his foods. Here's his healthy foods. Okay, no more gallons. I'm sure of it. Not a single cheat day. He didn't sneak anything in. You know, because it would have to be in the Excel sheet if he did.
It'd have to be colored red if it was a cheat.
I'm losing weight, bro. Trust me. No. So he says he's eating steak, rice cake. That makes sense. You're sort of a rice calculator with all of this. You're very mentally Chinese here. Sausage, rice cake, rice cake. Is this one day? Is this a week? So you ate 2 rice cakes in a row? You know that's a cheat. Doing 2 rice cakes in a row is a cheat. Dates. He ate dates. A lemon pop. The fuck is that? Like a popsicle? You had ice cream on your diet? I don't even know what that means. A milkshake. Wait, what? A milkshake? I'm not kidding.
No, a health one.
A lemon pop and then a milkshake. Yeah, okay, so you're going to fucking Cold Stone after this, right? A sandwich. That's not descriptive.
What's on the sandwich?
It's one of them Scooby-Doo ones with an entire dead fish on it and a little toothpick with an olive.
Takes 5 guys to carry it in.
Zoinks!
What did he say? 631 calories on that sandwich? Is that what he says?
Yes.
So he calculated that sandwich had more calories than the milkshake.
Yeah.
That sounds like a hard to do thing.
Also, how are you calculating down to the 1 calorie on that? Where are you even getting these numbers? If you're using some sort of app or whatever, or a website to tell you the amount of calories in the food you're eating, you're a straight up retard. I need you to, yeah, you might be in the ballpark, but you are a straight up goo-brained doofus. Okay? You're a numbskull. If you think that the internet or your phone can tell you exactly how many calories are in the broccoli you just ate. Are you psycho?
I had a recent experience with that shit where I got one of these smart rings to help track my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And the app is like, oh, whenever you eat, if you take a picture of your meal, like we'll figure out what it is and how many calories. And it's like, okay, well, I took a picture of French fries, my chicken sandwich, and my drink. And it's like, okay, well, what are you basing this off of? Like, if I got that same thing from Wendy's to McDonald's to Popeyes, it's not going to be the same.
No, of course not. This is silly. Then he's got dates again, sardines. Ugh, ew. Imagine him just sitting there rolling open a can of dead fish and eating. I was right about the Scooby-Doo sandwich then. He had the dead fish sandwich. And then he's eating a caliente chicken burrito. I'm sure that was meant to say burrito, but he wrote burrito, which I assume is like, I don't know, Goku's brother or something. Caliente chicken burrito, which when you call it that caliente, that's a gas station fucking burrito. That's a pre-pack. Why would you put the word caliente in there?
Is he a gas station guy?
Something's happening there.
Is.
You've got a pre-made. That's a pre-made in a package microplastics seed oils burrito. And also sounds like the kind of thing they're not serving in Romania too often. You're telling me they've got caliente on the package in Eastern Europe? Sorry, I'm not buying it. I'm telling you he lives in Florida. I'm telling you he lives in Florida. He's faking it. Anyway, he says that's April. He's eating more. He's ate 2,181 grams of basil.
Nuts with that basil.
Of basil. Look out for the Italian herbs and seasoning, because that's next. So now he's claiming, well, no, hang on a second. He's putting anticipated weight each time, but he's no longer putting what he gets to. So he's saying anticipated weight 227, but then there's no actual weight on the last
we're past
two.
that month. We should be seeing what that is.
The last 3 things haven't actually said the weight he's actually at now. That's supposed to be May. So he sends me all this, and I'm losing my mind over this.
How couldn't you? Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening. So I send him this image of a science man writing it all down. A stock photo. I liked this one because it looked like also that he's holding a pickle right here.
He does. Yeah.
So that's just something in the background, but I figured that would trigger the innate autism inside of Josh for him to say or do something stupid after I sent that. And then I said, So this is the guy going, yeah, writing that down. And how tall are you? And what is your weight as of today? I said. Now, wouldn't you know it? He didn't answer the height question. It's kind of important. I'm not just saying
very
that.
important.
It's very important to this. And also, I need to know how much you weigh now. And also, and I never even got a chance to ask this, are you on Ozempic? If he's using any sort of drug, that's a cheat. Okay? If you use Ozempic, I get to cut a wig instead. So it's the same thing.
That's fair.
That's
yeah.
fair. So then he sends me more nerd shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is
beep,
this?
boop, beep.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what numbers mean. Okay?
You can tell he got serious when he
Ralph?
switched
Yeah.
to dark mode.
Ralph didn't do any of this shit. He just went and lost the weight.
Yeah, and you know how he did it? Fucking walking around and eating Mexican food. I mean, it should have been harder for him.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so when it's red, I assume that means he got the deficit he was looking for. When it's greenish shit color here, so he actually, he gained 18% weight on these days, so he had a setback there. And then, Jesus, so it took him a while to, are these days? I don't know what I'm looking at.
I think in the days where it says 0% means he used 100% of his calorie budget.
Oh, okay.
And then I think he might roll it over to the next day.
Oh, this is budget leftover.
Yeah, so like
okay,
green, he had 36% of his budget left over.
Okay. This is so retarded. Dude, just don't eat the fucking shit. Hey, here's how you do it. Eat one meal every day. Just some little tiny shit meal every day.
You drink all the water so you don't pass out from not eating all of the giant food to keep you alive.
This is embarrassing, right? He's being felded right now, right?
Felded so hard.
Total feldening. You think the Kino boys are going to cover this one? Doubt it. Doubt it. Or not if they want their thread to be nice on Kiwi Farms. Also, I've made this impossible for anyone else to cover by design. Okay, so what are we saying in the chat? What are people thinking? Huge Ralph W. Interesting you say that, actually, because I messaged Ethan Ralph today.
Oh, hell yes.
Why are you giving the thumbs down?
Did that just happen on screen?
Yeah.
It did.
So I messaged him and I told him about these messages I'm getting from Josh. I was like, keep this under your hat. But Joshua Connor Moon is DMing me spreadsheets of his weight loss journey. And he's refusing to show me any images of him having lost the weight or images of him at all. And I said, I was curious, what are you weighing in at right now? Because despite him losing 57 pounds, he's claiming, I'm thinking you are still weighing much less than him. Now, remember, they both started at 270. So then Ralph says that he, as of Monday morning, weighed 84 kilograms. Now, I have just as much reason to believe Ralph as I do Josh, so these numbers are just as good. 84 kilograms is, like, what, 185 pounds-ish? Somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, yeah, 84
185.
170.
Wait, 170 or 185? I'm getting two different results.
185.19 pounds.
Damn, son.
Nice.
All right, so look, I can mathematize some things every once in a while. 84 kilograms Monday morning, usually around 82, but I ate a bunch of BS this past weekend, he says, which is, that's fat guy thoughts, fat guy logic. It is permanent. But yeah, he's way, way thinner than Josh Moon and has been the entire time. I need you to understand, there has never been a time where Ethan Ralph was fatter than Josh Moon, than PPP. He has always been the thinner one. And not just because of the height. And again, Josh refuses to reveal his height to me. So now we have a whole new investigation on our hands. Now, Ralph said he would be willing to send me a picture of himself when he gets back home. He said it'll be a while. So I've messaged him now. So we'll see if we get anything before the end of show here. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's keep going because this gets worse. So yeah, I don't know if I've shown it already or not, so I'll just say it. I think what he's claiming to be at right now is 220. I think somewhere in the ballpark of 220. Now, an odd thing happened. I go back and I look to see, like, didn't he do this on the scale before? And I saw the videos of him on the scale before. And the scale before, much like with Cog, said he was like 115 pounds. So I guess that was also kilograms or something. What's 115 kilograms then? Is that's
It'd be 230 plus 23, so 253.
So
253.5.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that. So I think he was faking those scale measurements last time. So now he can't be trusted with this. Obviously, I'm not going to trust these just numbers. And now I can't trust the scale either. Because he could be cheating it. Because I think he was cheating it in the old videos. And I think that's what he was referring to when he said he would send me the old one. Remember he said that? So he says, June, July, August, I just put together. Now he sends me this. He's got an app. Weight trend. Average 217.7 pounds. Difference minus 2.5 pounds. August 27th to September 2nd. And he shows me his little downward trend. This is just a week. This is just one little week here. Yeah.
And if you know what's crazy? I got this chart in front of me, and there's a red line, and it says it's going up and to the right, and it's my dick size.
Yeah.
It's getting huge, guys. I promise.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I've just got I got a chart here in front of me. Just came across my transom. It says, oh, this is funny. Yeah, I have more subscribers and followers than Josh Moon. Can you believe that? They're hidden ones. They're secret ones.
Also cool that he can stand on his phone and it'll tell him how much he weighs.
Yeah, exactly. So he's just putting this in himself. Now, all right, so I guess the claim then is 217 pounds. I guess that's the claim. Now he says 212.0, but the app I just switched to says it might be higher. What the fuck does that mean? How does the app know better than... Are you keeping track, or is the app... or what are you using? The gyroscope on board? You using LiDAR? Because if so, I'm going to need that data. I'm going to need the imaging data of your human body, standing T-pose style, your corpulence all the way out. I need to see...
set up an Xbox Connect to map out all of his... Yeah.
I want a 3D imaged version of your whole body. He says, but that's because when I first put in my weight, it was like 217.6. And then after a few days, it really dipped to 212. Not sure why. That could be like 100 insignificant things. That means it could also just jump back up to 217 tomorrow. It's meaningless. It's meaningless. Who cares? He says, that's why I generally only weigh once a week and don't pay attention to the week over week. It fluctuates a ton, but still averages to about 2 pounds per week.
Homo.
He's paying attention to every fucking hour. There's no way.
This shit.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck. He sees the long hair. He goes, I guess this is a gay guy. You know, that's what he said. He thinks having long hair means you're gay. Sorry, Josh. Not interested. Okay? I'm not into you that way. That's why. Oh, I already read that. So Sunday, August 31st. I don't even know what this is. Mini turkey stick by Archer Country Provisions. White energy drink Zero Ultra by Monster. These are gas station foods.
He's a gas station guy.
So
oh
not
my
only
God.
is he a gas station guy, you're going to tell me mini turkey sticks by Archer are in Romania? Nigga, please. You doxed yourself. All that about, my private, I can't show my face on stream because of my privacy. I need somebody doing the research right now. Do they sell mini turkey sticks by Archer Country Provisions outside of the U.S., specifically in the Eastern Bloc? Okay, can you get a turkey stick in Bosnia and Herzegovina? Can you nibble down on some Archer Country Provisions in Azerbaijan? I don't know where the fuck anything is, but I have no clue where he's claiming to be now, but I guarantee you they don't have these gas station ass treats there.
Probably narrow it down to the county.
Egg scrambled. Butter. He ate butter. He ate butter.
That's the baddest thing you can do. I mean,
he just sitting around eating a tablespoon of butter. Crazy. I've never done that. Egg scrambled. Oh, 4 large eggs. Kind of changes things. 4 large eggs and then just ate a stick of butter. Okay, so I said, well, I think in order for this to be legit, I'd need a full body photo of you from early this year and another at the end, or one from today and then another 20 pounds from now. Reasonable. I know I'm asking another man for his entire body on film. Reasonable.
He did start it.
This is a bet.
He did.
This is a bet. He moved to the U.S. early this year. Tell Jesse, someone says. Is that he's claiming he's back in the U.S. now? Okay, I hadn't heard that. You guys heard that? I hadn't heard that.
Maybe.
I don't pay attention.
I don't remember how
anything about
specific
this
it
shit.
was, but I heard that he was back in the U.S.
Okay.
Because he was
But he's back in the U.S., but he just got this mail forwarding thing in Florida.
Yeah, well, because I remember he was talking about how he was back in the U.S. because he was like, "Ooh, I'm going to do this challenge that DSP did, and I'm going to show him that I'm not as lazy as him because I'm going to go drive to get this meal that he's going to do for one of his challenges."
I need him to prove he doesn't live with his mom. And I'll tell you why, too. It's not just a, haha, you live with your mom. I also need to know that she's safe. You know, if he's living with her, she could be raped or killed at any point. That's probably why he's losing weight, too. He's trying to pull a Chris Chan. He's going to barb his mom.
Oh no. Oh no.
Sorry.
It's full circle.
That's
It sounds
happening.
painful.
I guess that means I need to start sending Josh money. All right. So then he says, yeah, that's not happening, buddy. Whoa, buddy. I last posted a selfie in 2020, and the next time I'm taking a photo, it's going to be in a suit on the steps of the White House. What the
He is so gay.
fuck are you talking about?
You just heard a man.
He tweets shit like this all the time.
Dude,
a man's
not
dreams.
tell me your man's dreams. What are you on this? What does the White House have to do with you losing weight? What does the White House have to do with you? Also, I love the guys in the chat who are like, he moved back. He didn't move back. He's been in the U.S. the entire time.
Yeah.
There is zero proof ever that he left the U.S. Zero. None. Don't tell me about the picture of the pigeons on the balcony. That was from Google Images. You could fucking reverse image search that so easy. It's fake. It's all. You think he lived in the Ukraine? He was copying, what's the Grinch guy that died in the Ukraine?
Coach Red Pill.
Coach
Yeah.
Red Pill, who of course looks like the Earth's the Grinch. Coach, he was copying that guy's story. Oh yeah, I moved to the Ukraine too. Why?
He truly is insane in the Ukraine.
What was his excuse for moving to these countries? Like, what? He's not persecuted. No one knows who the fuck Josh Moon is outside.
Was it just low cost of living? Isn't that what he wanted?
That's psycho. By the way, you're Ethan Ralph then. That's moving to Mexico. That's worse than moving to Mexico.
Or Ethan Ralph.
You know what? It's poorer than Mexico to move to Ukraine or Bosnia or whatever the fuck you were at. I keep saying Bosnia. I don't know what, Serbia, whatever it was. Romania. At least Mexico, you're still near the U.S.
There's no war there.
You can hop a boat across the Gulf of America and get back to America easily. Yeah, there's no war going on there. You get to eat Mexican food. You're over in Serbia having caliente burritos or whatever. Oh, that's right. He was back in the U.S. Whatever. Well, anyway. He was stalked by arms trans. What is an arms trans? Does that mean a guy who's got legs and pretends they're arms? What the fuck does that mean? Russians ain't killing no Mexicans every day. Josh Moon's dream is to be a normal weight so he can wear a normal suit and look normal. His dream is to be at the White House. He thinks he's going to get down to 200 pounds or whatever his goal weight here is, and that he's going to be like invited by Trump to the White House. What does he think is happening here? And by the way, let's not skip over this. I last posted a selfie in 2020. Like, that's part of his delusion here. That's part of his daydream, is I'm not showing myself again until I'm the perfect body. This is a woman's thought.
I'm the perfect little boy.
That is woman's
undergoing
thought,
a transformation.
Yes, this is a woman's transformation. This is why he wants me to cut my hair. This is why he wants me to cut my hair. He's going through a woman's transformation right now. Every movie you ever watch when a woman has a powerful transformative moment, what happens? She cuts her hair. He's projecting his desires onto me. This whole I'm not taking another selfie since 2020. I don't know what selfie he's talking about there, but it sounds to me like he posted a selfie, didn't realize how horrific he looked in it. Everybody made fun of it. And now he's like, I won't let anyone see me again until then. Okay, then no deal. I'm not cutting my hair based on a blind lie. You're still fatter than Ethan Ralph. Okay? I need to know how many tits you have. How about that? How about you show me how many tits you have? Exactly. I need to see your entire body, inspect everywhere for nipples. If I even see a hint of nipple, you better not have a mole out of place, because I swear to God, if this guy ends up, what does it take? What does it take for a Kiwi farmer to go, oh, Josh is just as much as of a lol cow as Ethan Ralph? Is the answer 5 tits? Because I think we could get there. I think we could find 5 tits. So then he says, so he's daydreaming about the White House. Psycho. I don't know what the fuck any of this is about. Then he says, like, I know your game and I'm not playing it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Number 1, you messaged me. Number 2,
you've already been playing the game.
Number 2, you just lost the game. Number 3, you don't know my game.
Clearly.
I was not familiar with your game.
This is always was, bang. This is I love referencing that in a nonsensical way.
Yeah.
If he did know your game, he would never have sent you all that data. He would have never once sent you any of the data.
This whole thing, this idea that there even is a game. This is sounding shamanic, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This is real. Get out.
The other thing is, this is the game that he was making up in his head about the pod awful thing, about saying pod awful. Dude, this is a million. You could never have ever said pod awful ever and never address me again. Whatever this is 5 billion times worse than that. You notice how I'm not having to clip you saying pod awful, but instead I'm now at hour 3.5 of a show making fun of you for everything you've done. You don't know the game. You lost the game before you ever found out about the game. You're not in on the game. He says, I can do a scale today and a scale. So now he's playing the game. I can do a scale today and a scale in approximately 10 weeks from now, which will be at least 20 pounds lower. By the way, where's my scale then? I will weigh higher right now because I am fed and wearing clothes, but you can.
I've had my feeding.
Yeah. Yeah. Well fed. Yeah. Oh, what are you wearing? Ethan's shirt? And I'm wearing clothes, he says. Well, that's optional. You could just not do that. Take them off. I'm willing.
Take a picture.
Hey, I fully agree.
Shows the whole mini Manson.
I fully agree. It's silly to weigh yourself in clothes. You should get naked to weigh yourself. Wear different clothes every day. The different weights that could be throwing everything off. Who knows? Yeah, get fully nude and film yourself on your highly reflective scale and show me what you're working with. He says, but you can start it at 212. No, I can't.
Yeah, come on.
He's just trying to throw it out there. Oh, I'll just start it at 212.
Bartering like Chris loves to do.
How about this? How about your app said 217, so I'm starting at 220? How about that?
Oh, we wanted to start lower, make it harder for him, right?
He's not going to do it. Hang tight, Urquhart. I see what you're saying, but hang tight. Okay. So I said, it's not a game. It's just the only way to know any of this is real. Now he's getting mad. He says, well, I'm not posting a selfie until I read my ultimate goal.
Ultimate goal.
Whoa. His final solution.
Dragon Ball Z fucking cutscene about to come on.
I knew Barato must be a brother of Goku. Guys, prepare for 3 more episodes of talking and no movement. Okay, so I say, unless I can send you a chart of how much hair I've cut. Now, and then I just never appear on camera again. Yep, I did it. I swear. He says, once I'm under 200, I have to go to a clinic. I have. This is the line.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What is this?
Stop. All right, hang on. This is the line. This is the line where I read this to Kelsey and she was like, what the fuck? This is so psycho. Once I'm under 200, I have to go to a clinic. I have never been a normal weight.
There it is. You have to wear that like a chain around your neck for the rest of your life.
How tall is he then? Fuck.
I don't know how tall he is, but I do know he has never been a normal weight. That's like, that is a phrase a girl comes up with in her head and repeats to herself over and over again as like motivation. She puts that on her dream board and stuff.
As she's throwing up into the toilet at school.
I have never been a normal weight. There's the wind on her back going, So I have never been a normal weight. You've never been a normal anything.
I never will be.
Yeah. You've never been a normal anything, Josh. Okay? You've never been a normal eyes. You've never been a normal person. I have never been a normal weight. I don't can't read that shit. Dude. I yes.
Wow, buddy.
Hey!
Dude, whoa. No way, bro.
This is so jokes. Oh, dude, no way. Flavortown resident in chat with a ha.
Bro, this is psycho.
Here's what I need everybody to do this in chat right now. I need everybody, even if you're hating this, hit like, by the way, but I need everybody to do this right now in chat. It's an exercise. I need the haters to do this as well. All right? Play along with me for 2 seconds. I need you in chat right now to type out the phrase, I have never been a normal weight. Okay, I'm not joking. I need everybody to type that right now. I have never, and then I need everyone screenshotting, everyone typing that as well. I have, and then we're going to tweet these. I have never been a normal weight. You can put in quotes if it makes you more comfortable. I have never been a normal weight. Imagine the Twitter woman meme that's going around right now. She's looking at the screen in quotes. I have never been a normal weight. Okay, there we go. People, everybody's typing it. Ask yourself how you feel after typing some shit out like that.
Gay.
Pretty gay. Very gay.
Let me
like I'm seeking attention.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Would you rather have that as a legitimate thought in your own brain or long hair? Now, keep in mind.
Long hair.
Now, hang on a second. No, oh, yeah, Dirk, obviously. But now, keep in mind, you can cut hair, but you can never ungay your thoughts. Okay? You won't be stuck with long hair, but this is permanent. As a matter of fact, let's just, you know what? I'll just use this. You can never ungay this. Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over.
Beautiful.
But it's never really over, is it? No one's ever really gone.
Never really gone. It's about family. What was the fucking phrase? I have never been a normal weight.
Never been normal weight.
So I put pod awful in the speech balloon because I thought it was funny him saying pod awful, after he wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and erase that and write in, I have never been a normal weight. Here, I'll throw it on screen. Screenshot it. There you go. There it is. Go ahead. Erase the pod awful part and just put in, I have never been a normal weight. And go ahead and just throw that anywhere. Put it on Kiwi Farms. See how long that lasts. I dare you. He's going to act like he doesn't care. He's going to act like he's above all this.
Until the giant red text starts to come out.
Put this on there. See how long that stays up. See how quick you're banned from Kiwi Farms. I have never been a normal weight.
Uh-oh. Not that sound.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I will never get over that a man sent me this.
How could you? That's insane.
Out of the blue.
Yeah.
Again, pretend it's Mersh.
For no reason.
Pretend it's Mersh. Pretend it's Ethan. This is the equivalent to Ethan Ralph telling me for 3 hours how much he likes anal or whatever the fuck he was talking about. There's no difference between this and that. By the way, same Kiwi Farms thread I was telling you guys about reading before where they were sharing the PPP animation of me. Same guys, I saw them in that thread say they were doing this was the Kino Casino thread. They were doing a tier list of Kino Casino content. Like, what's the good stuff? What's the S tier? What's the A tier? What's the absolute worst shit they do? And the one that everybody was liking, the A tier content, it was like, I don't know, Ethan Ralph, something else. And then it was like Jesse talking to, by the way, I'm just Jesse. There's a random guy calling me just Jesse. They're like, Jesse talking to Ethan Ralph for 3 hours about anal is Kino Casino. So Kino Casino's best content is my content. Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
What
if you change the name of your show to just Jesse?
I should.
What would they do?
I should. Ooh, like a 90s daytime talk show.
Yeah.
Jesse. Jesse.
The moon base becomes all beige and soft colors.
I put you guys up on the big board behind me, like you're a studio audience there, and I've got a handheld mic, and I'm like, on today's show, That's what the kill stream basically is, actually, now that I think about it. It's just that type of show. Okay, so he's never been a normal weight. He's never been a normal man. He's never been straight. I don't know what my boyfriend percentage is. Well, I think it's probably 100% at this point. Okay, I don't know what my boyfriend percent is. His BF percent. I don't know. Have you kissed a guy yet? Have you had your first kiss? I don't know what
big fat percent.
I don't know what my boyfriend percentage is, and I can't calculate it myself. Yeah, that'd be too hard. But with
There's
Excel, and
more.
your spreadsheets and everything, I need to see a physician to know what my ideal weight is. Basically, I have an idea. Tell me how tall you are. Why won't you tell me how tall you are? What's going on with that? Just tell me. Tell me how tall you are. Aren't there pictures of him with other people? We should be able to kind of estimate this out.
Your ideal weight when you not fat no more.
Isn't the only photo of him with a single other human being a picture of him and a midget in a wheelchair and then 2 underage Asian girls or something like that? Am I
Well, there's him with his mom, but he's sitting down. So
yeah, he's with wheels, Hot Wheels. It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, his mom, and his mom is taller than him. He says, it doesn't matter to me. I was just trying to share some positive motivation.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm not trying
You
to.
fucking woman.
I didn't.
What's he motivating you to do?
I know. I didn't ask for anything, and I'm not trying to be motivated, and I'm definitely not trying to be positive. Listen, my boyfriend percentage is 0, so I'm not getting paused. Do not pause me. Please do not DM me and pause me.
except for with the internet.
Well, I am the internet's boyfriend. Okay, so mad at the man made of internet's boyfriend. So he says, if I can lose 100 pounds in a calendar year, maybe you can find the wherewithal and confidence to shave the digibro hair.
It's not the deal.
Yeah, I didn't say shave. Alternatively, maybe you can find the confidence to finally embrace your one true self, like DigiNay eventually did. So somebody's getting a little mad on the internet. I have a trademark term for this. I call it angry online. Angry online.
I like that.
TM.
That's a great phrase.
Yeah, it's like America Online.
I've got a good idea.
It's the same logo as America Online. Angry online TM. Go ahead, Urquit.
So losing weight, he's not going down to 0 pounds, right? So you should cut as much hair. He thinks your hair's too long. You think he's too fat, right?
Oh my God. You asked that like it was a possibility that he might go down to 0 pounds. Holy shit. I almost ruined every piece of equipment in here. That took every ounce of will not to spit out the Dr. Pepper I just chugged. All right, sorry. What are you trying? Don't say 0 pounds again. All right, say it again. What were you saying?
Well, he thinks your hair's too long and you think he's too fat. So it's a proportion thing, right? He wants to get less. He wants to lose weight. You should lose hair, but you shouldn't shave your head.
Yeah,
so
of course not.
he takes. If he loses 10% of his weight, you should cut off 1/10 of your hair. That's only fair, right?
I gotta be honest. If I'm gonna be altering the deal, I want him to lose 100% of the weight. I want him down to 0 pounds. Yeah, no, you're right, Urquit. That's all very true. Holy shit, that was insane what you just said. Somebody says Josh has at least one physical picture of Jesse in his house. Maybe. Well, yeah, probably, because Mr. Medicare has one of me. And
Yeah, if he has the same photo poster.
I think he's got that post. I think Josh Moon has that post. What was it? Chud Buds. That Chud Buds poster. So yes, he probably does. Okay, so obviously he got a little pissed off here at the end. He starts doing the digibro digs. So this was my reply to that. I think I was fairly cordial during all of this, by the way, while losing my mind in reality reading this shit. So I replied, I said, You can easily share a pic of your feet on the scale with pod awful written on your socks and today's date. That way, it's at least a little more legit. I will happily cut my hair if you lose the 20. My wife just likes the long hair. I was twisting the knife by saying my wife because I know he wants a family. He wants a family so bad. He probably thinks I don't have. He probably thinks I'm lying about that or whatever. You got to tell yourself, man. I'm not interested until I see pod awful written on your socks. Yeah, that's right. You're going to have to say pod awful in order to make this happen. And then I
I'll be
realized
up next in the merch store.
I was just going to say that, but then I realized like how girly his little digibro responses were here at the end. So to twist the knife a little further, I said, unlike you, I haven't always wished I was a girl, but I'm fairly positive the tranny you know didn't invent having long hair. Maybe you can work up the courage to get Dick Masterson to cut his too now that you are not on his payroll.
Nice.
Now, wouldn't you know it, I bring up Dick Masterson and the replies stop coming in. That's it. Didn't hear from him again after that one. Some of you may be confused. See, I have in quotes here, I haven't always wished I was a girl, because that is something Josh Moon actually said.
Jesus.
Oh, you know
That's
that?
crazy.
Oh, you didn't know that the guy trying to compare me to a trans? The big fatso loser who had to run away from America and will never, ever have a wife or a family or any of the things that he wants. The thing he wants more than anything, while he's comparing me to his friend, the trans, the thing he wants more than anything is to actually be a girl. This is one of the famous phrases he said while years ago losing his mind about all femoids, everything walking with a vagina, because nothing, including his mom, will or has ever loved him. Well, Josh, that's it. Ends right there. Josh, I got good news for you, buddy. I love you. Pod awful, you know, I'm not Cobra and I'm not Howard Stern and I'm definitely not Digibro, but I'll tell you what I am. I am, in fact, Christ-like, because not only do I forgive, but I help save. Listen, I'm fully in on being willing to cut my hair, but you obviously have to prove in some way that you are losing weight. I need to see a before and after. This is an obviously necessary component. Now, here's what you could do, and this is a perfectly reasonable thing since we're starting now at square one. You could just take a photo of yourself right now. You don't have to send it to me. And then you can wait until you lose the 20 pounds and take a photo of yourself then, and actually take one on the scale and actually take one of your body so that there's no way to hide this. And once you're comfortable that you are the weight you want to be, then you can send them to me. And then what's embarrassing about it? What privacy do you need to worry about at that point? You get to say, haha, look, I'm finally thinner than Ethan Ralph, a thing you've never been in your whole life. I think that's a perfectly reasonable trade. And in response to that, I will, in fact, cut my hair. I promise. I swear. I swear on my father, God. So, with that, I say, here's how I'm going to help and support you through your transition, your journey into being the girl you are always meant to be, into Truny tuning yourself into a thinner, more svelte, more sexy lady. While I'm rooting for you, while I want you to do whatever you can, I only know of one way to support you. I'm not a super chats guy. To me, super chats is grifting. But I do know that you give out your address, your little forwarding address, so that people can send you trinkets and stuff. Now, this is public. In fact, here's an image. This little thing I call phone booking. Here's an image that he released publicly himself. So this is just for YouTube's sake out there. This is in no way doxing. He put out this image of these envelopes he sent out. It's got his address on it. This is public knowledge. He asks for things to be sent to his forwarding mailing address here. Joshua Moon, what is it? 411 Walnut Street, number 2. Oh my gosh, I can barely read that. So small on the screen here. What does that say? Number 27. No, 2. Is that 21?
295.
Isn't there something between the 2 and the 9, or am I crazy? 21954. Okay, let's try that again. 411 Walnut Street, number 21954, Green Cove Springs, Florida 32043. Again, care of Josh Moon. And here's what we're going to do. Me and the entire Pod Awful cult, we're so thankful for all this content you've provided us, this bountiful harvest, if you will. We're going to send you a few care packages. What I'd like everybody to do, and I'll be doing this myself as well, let's make sure Josh has gallons of Diet Mountain Dew.
Of course.
Let's send him a few treats, a few gift baskets, full of his favorite candies and foods. Let's make sure that he's got all the calories he needs. Okay? For a long time now, Josh, I've been something of a feeder. I've been feeding Mersh. He's been trying to get ripped by August for 4 years now or something. So we've been sending him food every once in a while to make sure that never happens. You know my game? Well, game on. You're trying to lose that weight? I'm not trying to lose this hair. So please enjoy your complimentary gallons of Mountain Dew, coleslaw, ribs sent in the mail, slathered in barbecue sauce,
Pallets of cement,
gas station snacks, Slim Jims, and
big ass milkshakes,
many other healthy items you can find at the Circle K. Anything you want, anything you need, you got it. Because here's Josh. He said this the other day about me. Someone's talking about that Jesse guy, and he says, "It's not that I hate him. It's just that I generally find him very annoying. And my aversion to mentioning him comes from how eager he is to be mentioned / get name dropped / promote his show, which is paywalled." Don't know why that's an issue. I don't like that kind of thing, so I don't engage with it. Here's what he does engage with. His P.O. box. Start your engaging, ladies and gentlemen. Keep Josh Moon a nice, healthy weight. Trust me, you don't want to see what's under this hair, okay? That would be the most horrifying thing of all. Thank you for tuning in. Join that pizza fun, podawful.pizza. I've been Jesse P.S. This has been Pod Awful. Thank you to the henchmen. Thank you to the pizza funders. And thank you especially to the Kiwi farmers. What would I do without you? No, seriously. How could I find the goons' houses to go touch the poo? Who would tune in and seethe? Whose forum threads would I crawl through laughing and laughing and laughing at, watching them over and over and over again, falling for it without you guys? I'm eternally grateful to the Kiwi farmers. Till next time, have an awful day. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Great show.
I'm a lolcow.